I'm proud of you.
Technical difficulties. Please
All
stand
right.
by.
Well, we're back.
Mm-hmm.
Holy crap, we already got 4 people.
Whoop.
Whoop whoop. All right.
All right, so we were talking about
What we had, where we had left off.
Yep.
So, if I remember correctly, we have just re-entered this dungeon for the second time.
Yeah, you guys reapproach from the
Front
west,
door.
right?
Yes.
You had a really, really nice arrow shot from Jerk to start the entry into the building. Kind of shut up the one guard who is keeping watch. You guys came in and then immediately split the party, as is your fashion. Like, just
When are we
Especially after
not?
discussing our battle plan beforehand. Just want to point that out.
Yeah, we did discuss sticking together. It's just initiative order said, screw that, we're splitting up.
Yeah, it doesn't always work the way you want it to.
yeah, and
Nothing
by
ever goes the way I want it.
always we mean
Yeah, initiative
always.
order was exactly the problem.
So then you guys, I think you like kind of cleared out the area, realized there wasn't a lot. There was a hobgoblin in the area to the north, which the group of you took care of. You've been looting the rooms in that direction. I feel like Jerk found a statue in
Yes.
this in this temple chamber.
And Gundren's running around with a keg in his hand because he's some crazy alcoholic street urchin.
Hey, he's just a
Yeah,
dwarf.
yeah.
They're like that.
He recognized the it's not brewery, it was the distillery that made the brandy in the cask, and he grabbed it. Yeah. Wasn't he like, was he doing something? Did he pour himself a glass? Like,
No, he had been eating some jerky that
Oh,
he
that was it.
jacked.
Yeah, he just picked up some food. He was eating it while he was walking along, picking up
Being
things
of
in the
no
rooms.
use.
Just came through here. Sparkle Gem came in here, fed the healing potion to Taliesin, right?
Correct.
And then you climbed up this wall of rubble to peek into this tower. You saw the sleeping owlbear, and on a ledge about equal with as high as you are on the opposite side of the tower. So what is that, like 5, 10, 20, 15 to 20 feet away from you is a chest that you saw.
Yep.
Yeah, and then has anybody heard from Taliesin? Did he add or mention anything?
He said he would be on shortly, but
Be there in a second.
yeah, you know how he is.
All right. Well,
can we give him disadvantage on his first roll for being
No.
late?
One thing I saw was
we don't want to punish the whole group because someone was late.
I saw on a D&D
D&D
show once, when the
We
guy
don't
comes in
punish
late and is like, "What's going on?" They're like, "Okay, make a perception check. You just came in to see what's going on."
Yeah, we don't do.
Notice what's going on.
Yeah,
Hello.
we don't do.
Hey, there he is.
We don't punish behavior.
Yeah,
We
sorry.
reward behavior.
Especially bad behavior, like splitting the party.
Yeah, we reward good behavior. That's what we do.
Yeah. My landlord was here because a pipe burst.
Ooh, oh no, is everything okay?
We've been trying to get them to fix it for the past 3 weeks, but the pipe goes through my neighbor's yard, and my neighbor wouldn't respond to them. And he finally got in touch with them today, or we finally got a hold of him, and he's like demanding $1,500 to allow them to dig in his yard to fix the pipe. And so it's just like, well, then we might just have to, like, if they don't pay them $1,500, then I'm just gonna have to like move out or like figure out like how to like sue you and do all this shit. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, I was saying.
That's why I've been like sitting here like.
Now, I don't have that
took
much
me.
experience with with this sort of adult mature issue, but that sounds like a totally ludicrous claim.
So
Well, okay.
We
you
can't
can
live
it's
charge
really
here.
not. It's really not us. It's really not.
We
Yeah.
can't live here without running
No,
water.
no,
and
the
on-
1500. No, before that, the $1,500 thing. That sounds
Oh
really
no,
weird.
it's
No,
his
it sounds
property.
like-
He's totally allowed to ask them for
Wait,
that.
so the pipe that delivers water to your house
Mhm.
He probably
first.
called someone for an estimate to say, "Hey, how much would it cost for this thing?" And they were like, $1,500, $1,500. And then he went back to Marquis' landlord and said, "You need to give me $1,500 in order to do this thing because that's what it'll cost to return my lawn to the same that it is now."
Yeah, that's basically what he's upset.
Oh.
He's upset because they're gonna dig up his yard, and he was saying the last time I let the last owner dig up this yard, they left it a mess. So give me $1,500. It's more of a principle thing.
Well, my question is there any way you guys could come to an agreement where, like, you guys do some work over in his yard for a few days after the installation to kind of like get grass replanted and get everything like?
Well, so it's not really my responsibility. They need to figure things out. He's pissed, so I mean, it's just been a whole thing. So me and Robin were sitting down talking about like, all right, so what do we do in this event kind of thing. Like they came to an agreement, so I believe it's going to be fixed, but it's just like just kind of been shitty.
I can imagine.
So,
That sucks.
but let's figure out how to defeat this bugoo bear.
Owlbear.
Owlbear. That's right. Look at his owl face.
Bugbears we have no problem with.
Right,
Yeah.
bugbears
Right.
we slay.
And we
Yeah.
have our last session with the wonderful Pubert this evening. So we'll see if we can beat this area down and get back to Phandalin.
Okay. So, who's up?
Give me
according
one second.
to-
According
according
to my
to-
notes,
Oh,
it was. I have it right. Yeah, I would say I put who went last somewhere in the chat.
Let's look.
But yeah, if it's Godwall, then
I see the ended on Sparkle Gym note.
yep, there we go. So I was the last to go. So
Godwall.
whoever's after me is next up.
it's
Okay.
Godwald.
So we're here. The Grick just died. The owlbear has been discovered. There's nothing. There are no enemies alive in this room. Yes.
You are in
Correct.
a room full of bodies plus several acquaintances.
Oh, I love that. Bodies and you know
And,
some guys.
Did I
It's a
just
guy-
hear
it's
something
a-
through the door?
Some guys, you know.
Did you what?
Did you just-
would've-
Was that just now that you said something through the door?
I think the
Uh,
last thing you would have seen would have been Gundren talking as he comes in the room, looking around for his map.
And me
And whatever-
griping at
whatever
him.
weird thing he said that I had him say when he came in the room.
He congratulated everybody on how good of a job that they were doing.
That's right.
Let's
Okay.
see.
New adventures are wonderful, and he was carrying a lot of things. He was handed some items by
Okay.
a jerk.
Full
3
set of
long
armor. Yeah.
swords, a chainmail, and a heavy bow.
Yeah, he's got
Heavy
these
crossbow.
things- He's got these
So,
swords around his waist, all on his side, and
where's Taliesin?
Taliesin is right,
Right
next to my
here.
mage hand, looking
Okay.
pretty harsh.
in a
Yeah, I
room
think
that
I
you
was
can't
kinda
see through,
fucked
but
up.
you know that they're over there.
You
You
were
would have
fucked up.
heard. You would have heard Sparkle Jib lean up against the door and whine.
Let's
recognize
see.
recognize the gnome, maybe.
Jerk's probably fine, and everything looks. There isn't anything
Well,
else hanging from the ceiling in here, is there?
I've got 14
Because-
of 21 hit
Perception
points.
that room. You look around that room. You tell me. With a
Because
dice
the last time I
roll.
looked in there was no thing. But then there was a thing, so.
You don't see anything in the room.
You blink really hard and long.
Yeah. As you think about what you're going to do.
Let's see. Well, I've been in all the rooms west of here, so.
What
See,
is
I'd like,
that?
I'd like to go over here and open the door.
And you see Taliesin inside that room with
Hello.
a closed door to the other end of him, a body here, and I think there's a curtain right about in this area.
Let's see. That's 4 squares, and I'll use my action to cast Cure Wounds on Taliesin.
Oh, thanks.
Do you roll die for how many points you give him?
It's gonna be 1d8 plus 6.
Ooh.
So that's full health.
Oh, nice.
14.
Think. All right, so that adds.
And
that's
I'd also like
is
to
8
inform
plus what?
Taliesin that we beat
8 plus 6, so it'd be 14 total.
Yeah, that puts me back up at full health.
I'd like to use my and I'd like to also, and I want him to know that the Grick's dead.
Thank you.
And that was my main action. So yeah, pass.
Either healing.
Or
All
well,
right. Or well.
I'll use my 5th square to not block the door.
All right. I think we're
That's
on
it.
like. This is only the 3rd round. Bear, your turn.
It's the 5th round
Is it?
since initiating the doorway.
All right.
I only know that because of the token on my mage hand.
Okay.
Shit, I'm trying to think of what Hubert would do in this situation because we just murdered the Grick.
Yep.
And there's nothing else in this room that's potentially a fight. Jerk, how you looking? How's you?
14 of 21.
Jerk could use some
So
hands
you're-
lay on him.
So Jerk seems like he's seen better days.
Lay your hands
little-
on me. Lay your hands on me.
You could give him a high 5.
Yeah, I think I'll do just that. Like put a hand on his shoulder. Let me try that again.
Like, hey,
I'll put a hand on his shoulder, a
Yeah.
nice glowing holy hand on his shoulder, and kind of a good job, buddy. And I'm going to get this dog away from my beer, and go ahead. Let's heal him up to full.
All right.
And what happened?
Hubert is choosing to use his action to use his lay on hands class feature to give Jerk 7 healing points.
No, I heard that, but then
And then
I have one damn job on this ship, and it's to repeat what the computer says.
was that not
Yeah,
what you
that's
asked?
exactly what I'm doing. Is I'm using lay on hands to heal Jerk, and that's an action. And then
I just
as
went
I'm doing that,
through that
I will
door.
walk by, and since my computer can only handle so many commands at once, I'm going to move next to the door.
the door. Okay.
You want to make his life easier and move him for him?
Life's terrible on a touchpad.
Oh,
Yeah.
Is that
Oh no.
is that where you were? Sorry.
Would you can
Oh yeah,
advance.
is that door open?
I
Yes.
opened that door this turn. You can advance. Okay, 1 more square.
That actually looks really good right there. I'll stay there. Hey Godwald, what's going
Okay.
on in here?
Hey guys.
I don't know. Can I
What's
see over this
up?
gravel? Can I see over this gravel pit?
You know what? I think the curtain is gone. I think that's why that is open. So you would see into a room with several bodies and some gooey remains.
Looks like not
of
much then.
This area.
Looks like not much.
Nice.
Then.
Like just slime bits in that room.
Oh god, the slime pit.
Yeah,
Run
that's what
away!
you'd be able to see if you could see
The bodies to the northeast have been visited upon by the slime.
Yeah.
here.
They got
He
eaten
can
up.
see and he can see.
There were significantly more bodies in that room before we left the first time.
The slime looks like he's
Yes.
moving his way outside. Thank God.
All right. Well, that means if that's your
Uh,
movement and your turn, we're down to our favorite creature. Moves one more body along its path. Jerk, your turn.
All right. I want to. I. Hmm. So, are we technically still in combat?
Yes.
Yeah.
There are hostile creatures around.
Is this
Mhm.
boy still alive?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. I'm going to go to Gundren, and I'm gonna check out the armor and the everything that had a crest on it. I want to see if there's anything particularly special about them, or if I can figure out who they belong to.
Okay. Roll me an insight check.
I don't know. If eight.
You have any bonus on that?
Oh, crud.
No, I've got a +2 to investigation. I don't. No, yeah, no insight.
On investigation? Okay, it could be the same.
Okay.
It's a similar idea here. You're basically like putting together the idea if you met or beat a 10, That-
So that'd be 10.
that all this armor with the chainmail that would have had the crest of the Lord's Alliance, as well as the sword and the crossbow, you would actually put together from what you would have remembered in the past that those things probably belong to Sildar, the old knight. When he
Oh,
was,
he's going to be
yeah.
very happy to have those back. Perfect. All right, and then
All right, yeah,
I
investigating
used-
your crests and things on the swords and weapons. Okay.
I used 15 movement, so now I'm going to use the other 15 to go back to where I was.
Wait, weren't you
Good now.
standing there?
15.
No, I used 5. I was standing here, so I used 5 to
Oh,
go
okay.
that way. So then I'm gonna use the rest of my movement to 5, 10, 15,
What do you got? 30.
20.
Can
Yep.
he get in front of Pubert with 30 with the remaining 20 movement?
With
Yep.
30, he
25.
gets. What's his movement?
30.
It's 30. Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
you could
hang out
stand in
here.
front of-
I'm gonna hang out behind
You could stand
Pubert.
here if you wanted.
I want to stay behind the tank,
Okay.
and then pass my turn.
Taliesin.
So you're the one who has been over here before us, so we're following you.
Yes. All right. So I'm gonna kind of like hint, point over. Well, okay, I'm on the other side of the curtain, so I'm gonna like come through this curtain, and as I'm doing so, like kind of like point up to where Sparkle Gem is, and like whisper back to the party, like, "There's an owlbear up there. I think it's asleep though." And let's see here.
As a reaction, can I
Sure,
just
you would've-
confirm that it's asleep?
Would you have heard his whisper?
I was gonna say, did you end your last turn by whispering over to Taliesin? That
Well,
was what
I
had
tried
happened?
to indicate somehow, but you had told me the curtain was in the way. So unless I was vocal, which risked waking up the owlbear, I would have had no way to communicate that.
Yeah, I guess I'm just going off of like I had seen that you've gone up there and looked, and it isn't attacking you.
Right.
So,
I guess that would be a good deduction.
and I guess I would also say like don't open this door because of those wolves. Although I don't know if they're like on fire.
Yeah,
Maybe.
you would really be unsure what happened after you closed the door. And
Just
you,
leave it
you cast that
closed.
spell, close the door, right? And then back
Yeah.
up. Yeah.
Okay, so he pointed at a door in front of me that's closed.
So he
Yeah,
pulls the curtain
and
aside and he points up at Sparkle Gem and gestures at them. Something about an owl bear.
So
Has
she's
some idea, trying to indicate
and she's 10 feet up.
Yeah, she's up on the wall. I don't know if we have another way to get in here. other than the way that Sparkle Gem's going. So I'm just gonna, I guess, just wait here until the rest of the party kind of catches up with us. And
Would you like to
mean-
prepare? Would you like to ready an action?
I
mean,
don't. I don't think that.
the owlbear could fit through that little hallway.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Well, I mean, it might be able to, but I also don't know. Like, I don't think that it knows we're here. If she's looking at it and it hasn't seen her, I mean, I can ready like
I mean, you could like ready like healing word if Sparkle Gem gets visibly hit by something from an owlbear.
Yeah,
Sure.
but if he prepares a spell that costs a spell slot, then he uses that spell slot.
Really?
I'll just
Yes.
I'll prepare like
Yes.
Really?
yeah,
Yes.
I'll prepare produce flame since it's a cantrip.
Okay, so if something comes to attack you, you're ready to
I have a flame in my hand.
attacks things that appear threatening to you.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We have some other characters doing things in places you can't see.
Yeah, can't argue with that.
So it'll be
Do you want to recover this area just in case anybody walks into that hot mess?
I mean, I could pretty much. I have to.
Like
Remember,
Mr. Oh, my back is broken because I haven't gotten up yet.
I mean, he's also entangled,
Yeah.
and the roots are probably on fire by now. But
We know nothing of that room, so.
Who can
Yeah.
say?
Yeah, but you hear some howling,
mm,
and
Oh god, please don't wake the owl bear.
all right, and Gundred's turn. On hearing some howling, he continues to investigate the rooms that he's in. So he ends up about here after investigating those bodies and the chapel kind of area that he's in. Howling. All right. And oh, he's dead. No, he's prone.
Hmm?
He it's not. And Sparkle Gem.
Alright. So, my spectral hand would need to float up 10 feet before going into that room, even though it's could fly through objects.
I mean, to go up, yes. It has to go up.
Okay.
Suppose you could
So,
move it.
5,
fly.
10, 15, 20, 25. So 30 right there is as far as I could get with it.
Okay.
So,
Mage hand in the room. Let's say from where you're at. Shift a bit. Nope. I want this button. There it is. Found the button I wanted.
alright. I should have stated this beforehand, but my bonus action is what's controlling my hand right now. And then,
Right.
let's see
So your
here.
bonus action's used. You have action left. You're up on top of the wall.
Yeah, and I will ready my ready. What do I want to ready? And I'll ready chill touch just in case that owlbear decides to wake up.
So if the owlbear wakes up, You're going to attack it with chill touch.
Correct.
Okay.
Oh crap! I forgot to have my thieves' tools or my mage hand grab my thieves' tools as it passed.
Yeah, you didn't go up to you and down. You went
Yep.
through it, right? Yeah.
Yep. So that's going to be another action. Okay. But yeah, that's the end of my turn right now because I was stupid and forgot to grab my thieves' tools on the way.
All right, Godwald, you're up.
Hmm. Flip a coin. Even. Okay.
You will finally like me now.
Right.
How difficult is this terrain?
It's corpses,
Mm-hmm.
so it's
It's
just-
trippy.
it's difficult terrain. It costs an extra 5 feet of movement.
Per square.
How difficult are corpses?
They're 5 feet of movement difficult.
Then I'd like to spend 30 feet and go here.
Into that room.
Yes.
Okie dokie. Just looking in that room, you would see the rest of that room, which is a pile of corpses and a line of ooze going out the door or out through the
Is-
curtain.
Is this door open?
No, it is not currently.
Did I close that on the way out? Maybe I did. Yeah, that makes sense. Anyway. I'll prepare a Toll the Dead if I see a hostile creature, and I'll pass.
All right. Hubert.
Okay, so I know that my sword is glowing at the moment. If I remember,
And you cast that early on in this as the castle fight went on, right?
I think so. I guess my big question is that can I see what's going on
Oh, right, because it is night.
right there?
Who had the torch?
It says bright light for 20 feet.
Oh, that's right.
And,
Yeah.
Dirk's like
his
4 squares away
sword.
from you.
There's also the curtain in front of it too, so I don't know if I would even know something's going on down there.
Is that there?
Yeah, this one is.
I mean, Taliesin communicated with you
that
guys.
one is. He pulled it aside. This one is not.
You know what? Being the good brother that I am, I would probably follow Godwald.
All right.
I actually don't think you have enough. Yeah, that's about as far as you can go.
That's about as far as yeah.
Or
All
can,
right.
can you get
Wait,
in
are you
front
like-
of me?
Are you like under that thing? Can I move it all the way
Like-
down?
If you were here, can you go 1, 15, 25, 30?
How's that?
All right.
That looks like 30 feet of movement to me.
You have moved.
Everything in here
have-
is everything in here is dead. You killed most of it.
Yep. You see a bunch of bodies. You would have probably noticed coming from the other room that there's trails of blood and things, as if bodies have been dragged into this room. And
In
there
or
are
out?
more than the last time you were both in this room. Have been dragged into this room.
That's really weird.
Yep.
Wow.
All right. If that's Pubert's turn, then we have our favorite slimy creature. Move along. It's gonna consume this. Whoop. And then it's Jerk's turn. Jerk, you're up.
All right. I think I just want to Have we looted these guys yet to see if they have any gold?
You and Jerk.
Who?
Well,
In this room?
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe you did the last time
Yeah.
you were here.
Okay. Well,
you and I did that before we decided to run the heck out, because
You
That's
could
our
loot
life.
you could
No, I
loot the
think-
Grick.
Yeah, I don't think you've even been in there.
I don't
There's
think the
nothing-
Gricks got anything.
no. Last time we were in, Jerk and I got those couple goblins before we booked it out.
I'm pretty sure.
I think.
All right. Well, then I'll just move to catch up to the rest of the party. So
Okay.
5, 10,
Which way?
15, 20, 25, and I'm just gonna hang out here. I'm gonna ready my bow and arrow as a reaction in case I see anything happen in that room. Do I have a line of sight on that in that room?
It's 10 feet up.
Oh, 10 feet up. Okay.
This is just a wall. This is 10 feet up, and there's a hole in the wall between them, which Sparkle Gem is inside of right now. She's in that hole,
Okay.
staying there. And then
Well-
Talson's in front of you, standing on a pile of rubble.
Then I have moved, and that's all I really want to do right now.
Talson, it's your turn.
Okay. Well, our party is split up again.
Because we're good at that.
You even talked about it beforehand.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny.
So what would I need to roll to climb up to the top of this?
You want to join Sparkle
Look at-
Gym up there?
I was gonna say, looking up, you would see that there's no space up this wall in this area. There's
So I
en-
wouldn't really be able to
enough
climb it.
room.
I didn't mean
Yeah,
to do
there's
that.
enough room
Apparently.
for one medium creature and one one small creature is already in the space.
I mean,
Hmm.
I might be able to take a step forward in my next action, but that puts me in melee range. Which is a very scary thing when facing owl bears.
Sure. I just don't see. Okay, so what if I go around this direction? Am I able to climb up here?
No, it's just a wall, no pillar there.
Nothing there. Okay.
Yep, it's the corner of a room. You guys
There's-
are in what is essentially a hallway. Some of the walls are broken down and crumbling, but there's just rubble there. And again, the one hole up in the wall, there's a person standing in it. And you're both kind of looking at her, just like looking up.
I mean, I can ask her like, can your mage hand get into? Is there anything you can get with your mage hand in there? Like, is there?
I'm going to look down and be like, the chest that might have the
Yeah.
map or afters on the other side of the sleeping owl bear. My mage
Okay.
hand I could use my hand to open this chest and get what's inside of it without waking the bear.
All right, you guys have your 6-ish seconds of conversation talking about like there's a chest in here, sleeping owl bear,
Mhm.
and he's asking, do you think you can grab this treasure with your mage hand?
And
Yeah.
yes, I can.
Okay, you guys have had this interaction. Taliesin,
Uh,
it's still your turn, but you've had this conversation now.
Okay. That's. I'm just gonna tell her like, okay, try and see if you can do it without waking that big boy up.
No, I'm going to smack him.
Please don't.
All right.
I mean, that's really the only options we have right now.
Yeah. Why do you think I'm trying to
Okay.
make sure no one gets by me or anything? I'm trying to do this as stealthily as possible.
All right. You guys hear a howl and then a sort of yelp off in the distance.
Oh god, oh
Gundren-
god.
Gundren, having searched the bodies in this room, comes in this way. Let's see, eyeing this room, seeing the curtain, open curtain on the bodies, and this. See, can't. He would come in here and get eyes on you two, Hubert and Godwald. Come in. The owlbear stirs
Ah, shit.
from the howling and moves, which would
Reaction.
trigger your chill touch.
Correct.
Okay, what does chill touch do?
Damn it, I didn't mean to click that quite yet. Chill touch makes it, it's just like, where is it? Chill touch will make it where if it beats the monster's ace, it's a spectral hand that passes through the space.
Okay.
And, oh, I meant to do Ray of Frost and not chill touch. Anywho. And it does 1d8 necrotic damage and makes it so the owlbear cannot regain hit points.
All right, so you roll the d20 plus 5.
Yep, would be 14.
That hits the owlbear.
So 1d8 damage
Yeah, do a d8.
of 6 damage.
6.
Yep.
And magical necrotic creepy.
Yep, magic necrotic damage and makes it so owlbear cannot be healed until my
Okay.
next turn.
All right. Owlbear stirs, waking up from the noise of a howling wolf, and then is suddenly attacked with a creepy necrotic hand caressing 6 damage out of its body. And
He
And
is
then, like-
uncomfortable.
and it lashes out, I guess. Let's see. Lashes at the door. All right. It's gonna roll damage on the door. Because I was doing a chance if it struck, it would hit, and it's a natural 20. So
Oh no. I don't have
Owlbear
I don't
has.
have mending and I can't fix doors.
Oh yeah, it was a +7 to hit, a +7 to hit, and then damage is D10 plus 5. Yeah. 10. All right, the owlbear, stirring from its slumber as the wolves howl, is then attacked by this eerie spectral hand, which hurts it. It yelps in its giant bear screech and slashes out at the nearest thing, which is the door that it was up against, and it knocks it down. It is then faced with the room that it's looking into. Yeah, okay. And then it is Targor's turn. He does not, and he takes 4. You hear the yells of a hobgoblin in a room trapped behind it. All right, Sparkle Gem.
All right, so it's my turn. First things first, bonus action. Move hand here, grab tools, move it the fuck over there.
Okay.
And busy ghost hand with thieves' tools
Yep.
over there. All right. Now, I can't back up because otherwise I fall off the edge of a cliff.
Yeah, but you could go down. You could jump down the wall, but then you wouldn't be able to see your mage hand to operate it anymore.
Correct, because then it'd be well, it would disappear because it'd be more than 30 feet away from me.
I suppose that as well.
You could hide.
I use my bonus action to, well, I guess I could use my normal action to hide, but that doesn't get my melee people into my up in here with me.
You could like hug the wall. I don't know.
I don't know if because it's rough terrain, me being up in there automatically blocks it from any other creature, regardless of if I hug the wall or not. At least that's what I would assume.
So are you
I'm trying
like,
to keep you from being
are
seen.
you I was gonna say, are you afraid of the owl bear in general?
I'm scared of the owl bear getting into melee range with me, not scared of the.
Roll your perception for me, and I'll tell you how you view this owl bear in these events taking place in front of you.
Okay. My perception, you said?
Yeah.
What the heck does that say? An 11 plus 2, 13.
Okay. What you just witnessed as your spell released and kind of startled the owlbear into like thrashing about is that it busted down this door. It actually moved forward towards it as if it was about to go through, and then something seems to have startled it, but it is not looking up in your direction at all.
Okay. I can't use my bonus action to disengage, so I would give it an attack of up.
You could probably see in the rest of this room at this point.
There is no room to even be in here with this thing. All right.
The upper floors, this tower collapsed. It's created this silo, goes about 30 feet up till it's broken. It's tall enough to cast shadows into the space, keeping dim like the rest of the space. Dust, rubble, broken glass covering the floor. Old work tables and bookshelves strewn in the south. Also, you notice that there's in the corner owlbears droppings. They've had it here for a period of time.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem extremely long.
Are you making that move?
Yeah, I am making that move, and then I'm actually going to use my action to cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter.
Okay, so you're dropping down into the room, or are you trying to stay on the rubble that's on the ledge?
I will drop down. Actually.
So this is also a 10-foot drop?
If I stay on the rubble around the edge, will my party still be able to get past me?
You would see from where you're at, there's basically like a little bit of a wooden ledge that covers this side here, and it's broken, and then there's the ledge that's on this side. Sorry. So on this side, there's like a broken ledge that you could get up onto. You're about that 10 to 15 feet up in the air to where that second floor used to be.
Okay.
And there's enough of it that you can like stand on there on this side. But you also see that there's that portion on the other side, and that's where the chest is.
Okay. So yeah, then instead I'll just get up here on this little ledge wherever it's at.
Yeah.
Climb check. Yes, no.
It would be dex checks to make sure that you don't fall off this narrow ledge.
Okay, that's what I'm making sure of. Whatever. Crap. 12.
Plus,
12 total. And then once up there,
so you're like
that's my movement.
Hugging up against this wall, kind of like aside,
shimmying aside, like I got this, guys. I got this.
Like Owlbear doesn't see me. Owlbear doesn't see me. Owlbear doesn't see me.
Fuck! Don't look at me! Don't look at me!
It can't see you if you can't see it.
Yeah, I'm still going to cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter on it.
Okay.
Which it rolls. It has to be a 13 with Wisdom.
Wisdom save of an owlbear.
Because it's only half owl. How wise can it be?
Right.
Right? That's what I'm assuming.
More wise than you might think. But let's see. Oh, that's a 15.
So nothing freaking happens.
Brr.
Waste of my spill.
This is your cantrip, though.
Nope.
That's a spell slot.
It's a spell slot.
Oh, actually, you know what? It's it wouldn't have affected it anyway because its intelligence is so low.
No, it's all wisdom based.
No, yeah, but there's got to be. It has to like understand, right?
Paragraph 1
No,
says,
wait, that's
The target must succeed on
yeah, that's
wisdom
Chris's
saving throw,
spell.
fall prone, becoming incapacitated and unable to
Sorry.
stand. A creature with an intelligence score of 4 or less isn't affected.
Yeah, it wouldn't be affected.
Mine
It's-
also
Would I have
says-
known that before casting it?
You know it now.
Damn it!
Mine also says that they don't have to necessarily understand what I'm saying. It still affects them.
But yours is if it's under a certain level of intelligence.
That's I was looking at it earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they could be so stupid that they don't even have to get the insult.
Yeah, no, they don't have to understand the insult. Their heads just
Oh
explode.
god.
That's hilarious.
Okay, well that's the end of my turn because I can't do
Alright.
shit else, and I'm scared. Like I'm over here,
You're
like
up- you're
you
up on
know,
the
little
wall,
pee trickling
hugging
down
the
my
wall.
leg. Like God, this owlbear.
Why did I come up here?
Why did I do this to myself?
Godwald, you're in a room with corpses and slime.
Which I gotta check something quick.
what? Slime? Where?
Yes, there's slime leading out the door. You want to roll me a perception check, and I'll tell you more about the slime.
24.
You recognize within the slime bits and shapes that seem to be like bone. With your fascination of death, as the death cleric that you are, you find it incredibly fascinating to see just the way the slime has consumed these bodies and left nothing but the hardest organic material. No metal left behind.
Let's see.
Sticky bones.
Gross.
Creepy stuff. Okay, so we're within, say, 60 feet in 3 dimensions of the door smashing. Would we have heard the door smashing?
Yeah, probably. Yeah. You would have heard the door smashing. You would have heard that screech that it let out earlier when it was attacked. Oh yeah, I'm gonna remove its little sleepy face off the owlbear. No more sleepy face. You're not.
Let's
not
see,
sleepy.
odd or even.
Even.
All right. I'd like to go forward 15 and open this door.
Okay. You open that door, and you would see down this room an open door and two two wolves.
What?
So down this hallway is open. You're able to see, and you're able to see another open door, and in that room are two wolves. Probably also see a little bit of angle here. Whoop.
I mean, I did tell you not to open that door.
This is the other door.
I mean, it leads into the same room.
Yeah, you're right here, right? Yeah. Yep. And then this door is open, and there's a wolf, and there's a wolf.
Okay, so that's the place where that happened, and that happened, and that happened, and dum-dum.
You didn't tell me. You're just rolling a die.
Yeah,
So-
that was just me rolling a die.
Yep. You're just rolling a die. I can do it too. I think. Let me see. I'm gonna try. I was able to do it. All right. What are we doing? You've at least interaction to this door open.
Yes. We're here to clear it out. I attack the front wolf.
Okay, what do you do?
I told the dead on the front wolf.
All right. He's going to make a wisdom save.
Yes.
It is not. It is not. It's a 4, and I don't think it has any kind of bonus.
Has it taken damage?
I do not believe the wolves have taken damage. Let me check. One of the wolves has, and that is the wolf that has. Yep. All right. So roll your damage. Plus
No plus.
2. Just 2
Yep.
damage? All right. Toll the dead. Dang. The bell rings out. Once again, you guys hear this death toll all the time.
And I'll use my remaining 15 feet to get back behind Bear
All right.
and pass.
Bear. Bear, your brother just stepped in front of you, cast a spell, and then got right
Just
behind you.
Patch you on the back and do your thing, man.
It does
Just
feel
like when we were
It
kids.
did seem to connect with the wolf. The spell hit and it shook it up a little bit.
All
You
right.
can-
Well,
you can see
I
it.
will do as I'm told, and I will charge forward and stabby stab this wolf.
All right. Give me an attack.
So an 11 total.
Not beat his 13.
Not so much.
Not so much on that one. All right. Let's
It's
charge
like that
and then
bonus,
attack.
that bonus. Was there another bonus?
No other like plus
think that's all the
5s
bonuses.
hanging out there this time, Bear.
What's that?
no extra plus 5s hanging out and around, making your numbers insane.
I will totally check that, but I think +5 for standard, and then +3 for my channel divinity. So yeah, I'm out of sexy
All
bonuses there.
All right. Well, if that's your turn, then we have this slime move on. One more body along the way.
Oh yeah, there was a hallway I think to the south of Bear when I was here last time.
Yeah, there is a hallway to
Or
the
at least a
south of
door.
him. He's able to see into that entire room. You are correct. So probably see all of that now. Oop. And then it is Jerk's turn. Jerk. You just watched Sparkle Gem kind of disappear through a hole in a wall.
Get rid of that note because all the metal's gone.
And
All
then
right. Can I?
then an owlbear screamed, and you heard a loud crashing sound. Right before that were some wolves yelling. It is a hustle and bustle in this
There's
castle.
a lot happening right now. All right.
Mhm.
Can I get up here to see what's going on?
Now that she's out of the way, you would make me your dex save on to see if you can navigate the rubble.
I don't. Is that because of the
And then
rubble
it
or is
costs you
because
10
of the
feet
height?
up. Well, it's 10 feet up for the height. The rubble going up is what costs you. That makes you do the dex save.
Climbing no longer costs me extra movement.
Oh, okay. Well, you still have to do the dex save, but
All right.
then you don't lose. You don't treat the wall as difficult terrain. So you would be able to get up to the wall, and with your 15 plus whatever your dex bonus is, I'm
3.
sure it's 3. You're 18. You deftly maneuver your way up the wall. You're now at the crest
So I'm
where
here.
a person can fit through. You sort of. You're like in between this little space.
Okay. Well, we'll move him back here.
Right, like yeah. So yeah, you're right there. A little spot right in between. You would
all right, so
see.
I can see what's happening.
You would see Sparkle Gem hugging the wall, kind of afraid. I think she described like a little bit of pee going down the leg, kind of like, oh god. Roll me your perception really fast. See what you gather happening in this room.
Did it roll?
Well, no, they had a
There it is.
conversation about the chest, so you would be able to look for it. So your
It was
passive.
it was the 12, not the 2.
Okay, it was the 12.
Yeah.
You'd still, so as you come up, you would see the chest as well, and you would see the owl bear facing out the door that it's just destroyed.
Okay. Um. Do
I
I
like
have
that
a
there's this one tiny little space in this place that you guys can't see where things are happening.
Do I have a shot? Do I have a shot on it?
You have a shot on it? Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, if you have your bow, you can climbing's your action to get up there, right? Yeah. There's a movement. It's your movement. Doesn't cost you extra movement. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
All right. I want to take a heavy crossbow shot at it.
All right.
This is probably a terrible
Do
idea.
you have
But we're
Do you have proficiency with that like you do your other weapons? It's not like a finesse weapon like your other stuff.
yeah. But I do because it's a ranged.
Oh
So-
no, yeah, you're only a +3 instead of a +5 on it.
Mhm.
Okay. That's fine. So roll your die +3.
9.
16. That's a hit.
Nice.
Nice.
And then it's 1d10 plus 3.
Roll it. Roll that D10. +3.
So 9.
9 damage to the owlbear.
And it's looking to the northeast, so that's probably right into its side.
All right.
The loud, heavy sound of a crossbow bolt sinking into an owlbear.
And then I. Do I drop back down? Like, I'm kind of scared of owlbears. They're big.
It's just another 10 feet back down, so that's an option. I mean, I've beaten
Does it-
several bosses in games that way.
And it
Doesn't
doesn't cost me
you
movement.
anything for climbing.
You're going to leave me alone peeing myself with an owl bear? Like, how rude.
I don't
I
have
thought
a
we were
lot of.
friends.
I don't have
That
a lot of
sounds
hit
like
points.
a private
mission-
moment to me.
The mission where everyone dies.
We can do it.
I believe.
Yep.
All right.
All
Well,
right.
I am gonna drop down so that next turn. So I'm gonna back off
Okay,
so that
you're just
he
down.
can. So he can try to get up and make a shot next round,
Me?
or whoever's
Yes.
here. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, well, it's Talison's turn. Talison, you just watched this nimble devil man bound up a wall, shoot a crossbow, and then jump back down and kind of nod and gesture for you towards the wall.
Makes me laugh a little bit every time you call me a devil man.
It's because you are. Your red skin, sharp teeth.
Okay. So I guess I will climb up there.
All right, give me your dex check to make sure you don't stumble on the rubble. Gotta beat that 10.
God damn it.
Oh.
What? Like, I
Right.
seriously just fucking hate these goddamn digital dice, dude. That's +2,
not-
so it's 6. But
So
I don't
you
make
are-
it.
You're down on the other side of the wall. Yeah.
Yeah.
Enough rubble has come loose as the other members of your party are going up that now it's falling out and you're unable to stay up.
It's so ridiculous how bad I fucking roll every time.
Well, I rolled just fine for you. You would only take 1 bludgeoning damage.
Sweet.
So it's good.
That sharp pebble.
It's just
Why
the
is this-
fall, it's the fall of the rocks. And the things come down to you. That would have cost you 10 feet up. So you're down here minus 10 feet
Hmm.
with a rock that hits you in an uncomfortable spot. I'll let you pick the uncomfortable spot.
The back
Roll a
of a
D6.
Volkswagen.
Yeah.
Right. All right. It's these dex checks with these nimble rogues. Where they're just throwing their +5 on top of it.
Note to
Yeah.
self: next time I rest, replace one of these spells with enhance ability. To help with these checks.
Yeah.
If you were in the area, perhaps, but you're on the other side of the castle.
I'm
Yeah.
sure every single thing will be a rubble-filled wall from now on, and that it definitely won't change or become an entirely different challenge. Sure.
Be a little more sarcastic, Jared.
What if we have to go find the sorcerer's? What if we have to go find the philosopher's stone? That took dex checks, right?
Right? Yeah.
All right.
Don't drop it.
And all we found was the stoned philosopher.
Was that the
I-
end of Talison's turn?
He didn't really talk
Yeah.
about anything else he wanted to do.
I
We're kinda
mean,
waiting.
basically, there's
gotta-
not really anything else that I can do. I can't get up there. If I can't get up there to do anything, then
All right.
I'm about to
you
die.
could give yourself guidance to make your next climb better.
I'll be back in a second. I gotta pee.
Okay.
sure, I'll give myself guidance. That's a cantrip of mine, so
Oh yeah, because then you have what advantage on the
Nope, not
ability
even
check?
that good.
Not even that good. What is it? It's +4 plus a D4.
Yep.
I can add a
Yeah.
D4 to my ability check.
Yeah.
You can just keep doing it.
Yeah. You just do it over whenever you cantrip it. Guidance is great. Our warlock uses it all the time. So
Oh, you have it. Oh, you have enhance ability
Yeah, I know.
in the worst case scenario.
yeah, so our wolf number 2 here is gonna move to the side, and I suppose Pubert, from your vantage point, you would also see into this room. This wolf that moves here, it's gonna attack you through the door,
Oh,
but you're on the other
good.
side of a door, so you have half cover, which adds 2 to your AC. It gets a 1. It critically fails. On an
Its
attack
friend is
roll.
next to it.
It
It bites the wolf next to it.
Delicious.
say it bites into the door that's in front of it on the opening. It moves
Does-
to the wrong side.
Does the door take the damage?
Door does take damage. Sure, it takes 5 damage, and the wolf is now got its teeth stuck into it. It lunged in its panicked state because it was running from something else. Wolf number 3, on the other hand, gets its attack on Pubert through the door. Totally normal, regular wolf attack. It's an 11 plus 4, 15. Does not hit your AC, I believe, Pubert.
Nope.
Right? So he misses. It means he doesn't get his next attack. And Gundren, now in this room, having heard some commotion come from the south, peeks his head through the curtain. He sees you and he goes, "What's going on in here?" 10, 20, 25, 30. And he's moving towards that other door, going to go explore other areas in the castle. Owlbear, now having been attacked twice from behind, turns up and around. No, to notice CJ, and
Does or doesn't?
it does. We got a 19. You're lucky 19 was a perception roll. All right, you are like 10 or 12 feet up, but Owlbear is pretty big.
Yes. And I've already looked up the rules on size if it causes disadvantage or advantage for it being 2 sizes or more larger than me.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately for me, it does not. All it makes it is so that way I can move through it without taking extra spaces.
Right, you're kind of like running underneath the.
Yeah, I can move through
Running
it
under
without
the
it being
T-Rex's
difficult.
legs,
Yeah,
like,
it's not difficult terrain for me. So I'm nimble enough where I could just like dodge around it and do that type of thing. But there
You
is
go
no
right through
advantage
'em,
or
yeah.
disadvantage.
Yeah, whereas other players would like take attack, like Yeah, you wouldn't be able
Yep.
to pass through the space that they're in, so
Correct.
you might be able to pass through the space that it's in.
Yes.
All right. So with its size, I don't think it can quite reach you still.
10 feet up, 5 feet over, Pythagorean theorem.
Yeah, more it's kind of the thing. Let me see how. See if I. Well,
Oh, that was another thing I read. Creatures can squeeze, and it's like large creatures can squeeze in a medium space at taking it at difficult terrain.
so it would kind of move over and try and like get up on its legs and attack you as it had just received a crossbow bolt to the ass.
Interesting fact about owlbears: they can actually fit through any space that they can get their beak through.
Oh, I didn't
Really?
know that.
Citation needed.
I know a lot of stuff about owlbears. Seriously,
Yeah,
ask me
so
anything.
it's like an owl's body where if its head could fit through, it can fit through kind of
Manage
like
away.
cats are like that too, right?
I thought that was
Cats
cats.
are whiskers.
Octopi. I like
Octopi
that.
just squeeze through everything, right?
Octopi,
Uh-huh.
octopi learned it from owlbears.
Exactly.
All right, but we'll give you your half cover for being up on the other side of the ledge
Oh,
because
thank
it's
God.
coming up from underneath. It gets a 6 plus a 7 would be 11, but you got +2 in your AC.
So my AC is a 14 with the +2.
Okay, so it doesn't hit you anyways.
Oh,
Plus
thank
7.
God. As it like swings at me, I'm just going to squeal loudly and freak out.
And it's 4 to 7. So what it does is it as it kind of turns after receiving the crossbow in the butt, goes to lunge up at you and first swipes with its hand missing, and then uses that to kind of like lunge up at you and take a beak snap at you, but misses as well. Goes at you. All right. Dude, this guy's got to get out of here, right? Like, it's gonna be... He does. You hear from the room.
The entangled prone guy.
Yeah, and then he's gonna take his fire damage. And then he comes out in this room. That's half his movement. Here, scorched, finally not prone or entangled. Huffing and puffing, kind of charred and burnt. He looks at Pubert, takes a step forward, strikes at him with his sword. He is fed up with this shit.
Ah!
It's 18 plus 3.
That's a hit.
That's a hit on a
Damn.
longsword. That gives him a D8 plus 1. Oh, it's 3 plus 1, 4. 4 damage.
What a scratch.
He's just fed up shit with the way that his day has gone. Everything was great. He was taking this castle back. He was finally in charge, like he wanted to be. And then some adventurers come and start,
Another one? Wait,
start
another
burning it
upstart?
down.
Another overthrow, but we have the crown and we gave it to Droop.
It's goblins, man. They all want to be in charge.
It's true.
They're a greedy group. All
I
right.
have the cards to prove it.
And Sparkle Gem.
Mommy.
It's 10.
All right.
It's standing.
First
10
things
feet below you.
first, I'm
Post
going
action.
to use my mage hand with its thieves tools to try and pick that lock. So that's a sleight of hand check. Lock picking?
Yeah, you would have.
If you might if it was Dex and Thieves Tools, you'd actually have a better roll.
Yeah, I think it's your dex because it's, and you have thieves tools, so you have proficiency.
I have expertise, so it's
you
double
have
proficiency.
expertise.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, no, you've got it twice. You got thieves tools twice. So advantage on a dex roll.
Okay.
I think it.
Okay.
Well,
Is that
because
how we're
she
doing
has,
it?
she's got.
I have
Expertise
proficiency
just
with
says-
these tools and then expertise, which makes it so I double my proficiency.
So
Okay,
1d20
so it's not
plus
advantage.
5.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So it'd be a d20 plus 5.
Well, it'd be a +6 because your dex is +3. So.
Okay.
Yep.
Hmm.
Okay.
Well, no,
Yeah,
because
dex is +3. If expertise doubles her bonus, which it does on her deception,
yeah.
then if she doubles it on thieves' tools, it would be +6 on top of her dex. So your d20 +6.
Hmm.
19.
Yeah.
The chest pops open.
Nice.
Sweet. What's all inside of it?
Is the inside of the chest visible here?
Roll me perception to see if you can see from the ledge you are across the way from
Fuck
as the
that.
owlbear attacks you
Next
from
turn,
underneath.
I'm just going to grab whatever's in it with that hand and get that hand the fuck out of dodge.
15 feet
Surprise.
away, 10 feet up. I thought you were in there.
Surprised you didn't just try and lift the chest. Like,
I assume it weighs more than 10 pounds.
he didn't really look.
Optimism.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Okay, now that's my actual turn.
Well, I mean, yeah, that was your bonus. So you use your bonus action to unlock the chest. The chest
Correct.
unlocks. It wouldn't even necessarily be open because you used it to unlock it. So, chest is unlocked.
Okay. What do I want to do from here? This is such a predicament. Because I can't just hide. Like, hide behind the ledge.
I mean,
Can't
you
you?
kind of are in a way. Like, it's sort of providing you cover. He's underneath you, right? And
Right.
he's kind of lunging up at you. So as long as you're on the ledge, that's where you're getting some cover here.
All right. So, I guess I'm just going to try to blast him in the face with Ray of Frost. That's the one I want.
Ray of Frost. Okay, what's that?
It's a beam of blue-white light that streaks towards the creature. If it hits, it does 1d8 cold and reduces the movement speed of said creature by 10 feet.
Okay.
So, d20 plus 5 is a 20, unnatural.
All right. You got a hit.
Yep, and damage is 2.
It's 2. Cold Ray of Frost. Chilling the owlbear. Hey, you know a lot about owlbears, P-Bear. Would it be cold? or is
Owlbears are known for feeling whatever temperature is in the environment.
Good.
Good answer.
Oh, I'm real good.
And
That's,
then
like
with
it.
that,
Seriously,
I'm
ask
going to,
anything.
I think that's geckos.
I'm going to use my movement to kind of
Also.
hide further behind, I guess. Like, just try and make sure as much of the ledge is between me and this bear as possible.
I mean, you used your action, so you can't take the hide action.
That's fair. That's fair.
So you're on that ledge. You could attempt to move back to the hole through
Heck
whence
no!
you came.
I'm trying to
No?
keep this ledge between me and the owl bear, so that way I keep my armor up.
All right.
Because if I move at this point, I get attack. It gets attack of op on me.
Godwall, it's your turn.
Uh, hmm. I'll make my same spell attack. Same wolf. Whiz save.
All right. Wisdom save on a wolf. It's higher than you think it would be. Makes an 18.
Wow.
Ooh. Yeah, wow. They've been rolling good on your wisdom saves.
Screw your whiz saves today. Like they all could
Yeah.
just go F themselves.
We'll switch die. We'll switch it up.
I'll
That was a 20.
spend 4 squares to move here. And
That's where Pubert is? Or no, you're. Oh, okay, I see. You're in the other room. All right.
and I'm struck with the idea of closing the door behind me.
The door that's behind you.
Yes,
Okay.
as I pass through.
You cast that spell, use your interaction to close that door, and you've moved into the room. It doesn't sound like
And,
you're moving anymore.
I'll pass.
All right. That would put us to everyone's favorite ooze.
Yeah.
Ivan ooze.
I mean, by default so far.
Yeah,
If
right,
it could
there's
just
no
like
other-
stop eating our bodies and go wander off in the woods, that'd be great.
That's probably what it'll do. Sure, your turn.
All right.
So we need vegetarian ooze.
I'd be fine with it being vegetarian.
Jork is busy licking his fingers before he gets back on mic.
I'm back on mic. I'm looking to
Oh,
see.
okay.
So the owlbear has been fully hit with attacks 3 times. It is currently loud, and that's all I know.
I mean, I'm sure you would, between the owl bear and me screaming constantly, you guys definitely hear something muffled in the background.
No, if she's yelling, you guys definitely Jerk and Taliesin and Gundren all hear that for sure. You guys probably Godwald, Pubert might hear it off in the distance. Who else? Yeah, let's see.
Just screaming
Yeah.
the word mommy over and over again.
Yeah, Darren and them stay back. So
Mom, I need you.
why am I in this room with this bugbear?
All right. Have we been in this room? We have. Okay.
Yes. There's some spells cast in there. Let's see. It's been 3 turns now. So roll me your perception.
Oop, wrong one. Hold on.
Yeah,
That is
that's
a
a.
D10.
Yeah.
Give me
I
a
mean,
D20.
technically that'd be 20. Nope.
Nope.
Nope. So yeah, nothing seems out of the ordinary while you're in that room outside of the screams of your friend in the nearby room, which you believe contains a giant monster.
All right.
He knows
Everything's going-
contains
I don't-
a giant monster. He shot it in the butt.
I don't think I can get
Oh, yeah, yeah.
past him. So.
Well, he's not on the rubble or anything like that. He's at the. He's
standing
on
in
the
front of it.
ground. Okay, is he standing?
He's taking up the space. Can't be in the space with him in order to get up to it. Just like he couldn't get through the hole that you were in.
All right. I want to yell an insult at the owlbear, but I can't think of any owlbear insults.
You gotta be able to see him, I think. All right.
No, it's just 60 feet.
You have to suppose if you have knowledge of it.
If he can, well, yeah, I shot him in the ass.
It's,
If he
it's
can-
in the
if he
first
can-
sentence, dude. It's in the first sentence of your spell. You unleash a string of insults laced with subtle enhancements at a
Oh, wait, I
creature
can see
you
within
can
range.
see
Alright.
within range.
All
Reading the spell explains the spell.
Thanks.
Not
Not
Alex.
always.
There's a first sentence on that one.
All right. Well, then I'm gonna head this way because I know there's another door I can get a line of sight on him through. So I'm gonna come here and I'm gonna open this door.
Mm,
All right. You open that door.
the forbidden
and-
door.
Yeah, right. You guys have now can see into most of the castle. in this room, oh my gosh, it's fire. It's just
Fire.
fire everywhere.
Looks like only fire lives here now.
Yeah, pretty much. Let's see if I can.
It
find
looks
some
like
really
your
quick.
home.
Okay, so it's full of fire.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is there anywhere I can
I did that.
sneak around the fire, or
So there are several things that are on fire here. The curtain. I should make this a drawing.
Finally, we get the curtains on fire.
Yes, the curtain. Most of the floor in this area, so you could even imagine the 20-foot cube, is burned up. Actually, there's no longer fire in the center here, where the brazier was. That has burnt out. But the beds in this room are now caught on fire. This curtain you can see in here, and then yeah, this is a fiery room.
You're fire resistant.
all right? Yeah, I am fire resistant, but I'm not fireproof.
That is true.
You can still run through it.
It's an important.
I'm not
distinction.
running into the room with an owlbear. I want to get to the. I want to.
And,
Is there a safe way to get over here?
Is the tangle still
Well,
up,
how
so
much
the
of
whole
your
blue square is
movement
still
is-
difficult?
Here, let me.
I've used 20.
this-
Okay, that's what I was just curious about.
So just the room is on fire.
See,
The
I told
roof
you
is
setting
on
the
fire.
curtains on fire would have done something.
Well, this room has.
I never denied
This
that.
room specifically has like it's a bunks, it's beds and things. So there are blankets and pillows and like the clothing from these creatures, wood for the fire that's in there, like and that spell that was cast with all those vines just creates like kindling for these kinds of indoor fire scenarios.
All right. Well, I don't think I'm gonna be able
It
to
is the
do
reason the
anything.
bugbear. It was the reason that the owlbear did not just try to charge out of the door. It's faced with a bunch of fire.
Just like me. All right. Well, I guess I'm gonna take 2 steps back and or I could dash as well.
You could dash through the fire.
You have.
And if I try to go through
You
the fire,
used
I'm
at
gonna.
least an interaction to open that door.
Okay.
Yeah, but he can still use his
His
bonus
ac-
to
you could
dash
just-
due
you
to
could-
his
no,
rope.
yeah, you could just use his action to dash. So
Okay.
you
So
could, you could make it many places in this castle.
but I can't get through the fire.
I mean, you could jump through the fire. It's just difficult terrain. It's going to cost you extra movement, and you're going to be throwing dex saves to see if you catch on fire and take fire damage.
Okay.
Like, with it,
It is a fire. There's a
Okay.
fire in front of you, and you could make the choice to run into the fire. It's entirely plausible thing that a person could do.
I think I am gonna try to use my dash to get here through the fire.
Okay, so there's 10 feet of flame. Roll me your a dex save.
Okay, and I am fire resistant. What does
On-
that do?
If you take the damage, I think it'll be halved.
Mm-hmm.
11 plus 3. 13. 14, sorry.
All right, you take fire damage. And
Oh, actually, that was a saving throw, wasn't it?
yes.
Okay, so
Yeah,
that
your
would
dex
actually be
saves.
16.
all right,
It's one of his class saves.
well you take a point. You take a point of fire damage.
Is that with or without resistance?
That's with this resistance. So you've slightly singed. Your flame did not bother you. It seemed almost natural to just be dancing
matches
through
my
the
skin
flames
tone.
in a room.
All right, so
Yeah.
I'm actually on the other side of the fire now, and I'm gonna just. That's all I got.
You are now facing the rubble of a door that has been knocked to pieces, and you're looking at the back of an owl bear that is on its hind legs with its front
I mean-
paws, its front paws up a wall, trying to slash at your friend.
So
Right.
you open the door. If you cunning dashed, you might still be able to attack.
He used his interaction.
I
to
use my
open the
interaction
door.
with the door.
And
It's
if-
interaction's a bonus action.
Yeah.
And then I used my. Well,
Then he uses action to dash through the space.
yeah, cunning action is one of my bonus actions. So I
Use
don't
your
have.
action
I've
to
got
open the
nothing
door.
left. Yeah. So
Use your action and then cunning dash through the thing.
I wait and see how this plays out.
Taliesin,
Yep.
you've recently not climbed up a wall.
Yeah, so I gave myself guidance.
Oh yeah.
So I will attempt to climb the wall again.
He's
Huh?
taking the physical challenge.
It's gonna do it.
12 plus I add a d4.
Plus your dex.
Plus 3. So 15 plus 2 for my dex modifier. So
Swoosh.
17.
Right up that wall. All
Yeet.
the rubble that had been knocked loose when you fell before, you now know where to place your hands and feet, and you climb effortlessly.
All
into the
right.
room.
And is Sparkle Gem like right in front of me?
Yeah,
on
she is.
top of you,
She's
essentially.
on a bit of a ledge, kind of like holding up on the wall. There's a large, the owlbear creature underneath. Yeah, it's just been swiping at her recently, and
So
you
she's
you are in a space above it as well.
okay.
You're both kind of on a bit of ledge above the creature.
I will shoot an ice knife at it.
Down towards the owlbear.
So I guess I have to make a roll.
Yep. +5.
Oh my god, I almost thought that was gonna go 1. I don't think I got that, but
What's the
12.
7 plus 5, yeah. 12.
Well, just
Guidance doesn't
misses.
apply to that? Oh, no, because you used it on dex checks.
It's not attack rolls.
It's an ability roll check, yeah.
Yeah, I realized
Secondary
that.
damage time.
All right, yeah. The initial ice knife misses, but it does explode, right?
Yeah.
Ah,
So he has to make a dex saving throw of a 13, or else he gets hit with the
do I also have to
2d6
do
of cold.
that?
No.
Each
Okay.
creature within 5 feet of the target.
All right, you're 10 feet
And you're
up.
10 feet up.
You
Okay.
could potentially fire this into a spot where
Mhm.
it's
Okay, that's all I'm making.
We're firing like down at it.
Yeah. And it does not make the save. It's a 10.
All right.
So what does it take?
2d6 of frost damage.
All right, roll me some d6.
Nice. 9.
Above average.
He gets chilly AF.
Yeah, you guys are creepy touching him, freezing him.
The owlbear is now profoundly uncomfortable.
Yes. Owlbear's not used to being touched this often, let alone
What? So this
Having-
way,
But
This
he's
is-
fuzzy.
shattering
wait,
ice
so
spell.
this isn't the petting zoo. Why are we here?
Yeah, right.
We're here to
Okay.
kill
And
him.
where did I get this cotton candy?
You don't want to know.
Wolf number 2 takes its bite attack at Bear.
Oh
It's
no!
15. Does not hit.
Nope.
Wolf number 3 in front of you. Gets
You guys like those wolves? I had to deal with those
Is-
earlier.
is 8. Does not hit. Yeah. But if they do, it's so great. If they do
When they hit fucking hard as shit.
yeah. I mean, it's like
Super
they
bite.
got you. Yeah. All right. And that puts it to Gundren's turn, who enters the kitchen and 5, 10, looks around, sorts through supplies, checking underneath the tables, doing his due diligence, investigating this room. The owlbear, now seeing another person enter the room, is going to make attack on. Let's see, odds. Odds are Sparkle Gem. So Taliesin, and he tries with a attack of his hand, gets a 12.
No.
Thank
So
God.
not hit.
No, my AC is 13, so he barely missed me.
All right. And that means he'll take his beak attack at Sparkle Gem. 9 plus. This is high. This is really high. 7. 9 plus 7. Yep.
9 plus 7 is a 16, which would hit with my cover bonus.
With your cover bonus
It would still hit.
on the 2 AC. All right. Owlbear, angry owlbear. He's going to roll his d8s.
2d8s plus what? All the
Plus 4.
damage. All the damage.
This
Ah!
That's probably the strength. So
Wait,
it's a lot.
this is beak attack. It's a d10.
Oh, thank God.
It's a d10, but it's plus 5. But it's a d10. I did say beak attack, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Mhm.
You said claw at Taliesin, beak at me.
All right. That puts it 6. You get 6 damage.
6 damage. Oh, thank God. Thank
You got
freaking
so
God.
lucky.
I know. Could have died in one hit, you guys. Like, you don't understand.
Bites. Just bites off a chunk of your boot along with part of you. Speed up. You wet yourself yet again.
Yep.
Oh no! Why?
Why
Is this
me?
thing- is this huge thing just kind of charges back up, makes another bite at you? All right.
It is
What did
time for
I
the
do?
9 o'clock bedtime.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
After its attacks, it moves and stomps around the room.
Attack of op for moving out of attack
Ah.
range.
Damn.
Oh, we both get that, actually.
Yeah.
Hey!
All right.
So that would be
Roll me
just.
2 d20s with whatever.
Let me know what happens when I come
Well,
back.
we both had magic
Melee.
equipped with cantrips.
No, you didn't.
Aw.
But you can
Aw.
give me your melee weapon opportunity attacks, and that's 2 of them for it walking away.
Rapier, so that's +3. And since I have somebody adjacent, don't I? And it's a finesse weapon. Don't I get sneak if this hits?
If
No,
that
because
hits.
8 plus 4. 12. I can't.
12
I'm-
just 12 just misses it.
I'm the worst at rolling this shit.
It's
Hmm.
just-
I don't know if I can ever roll double digits. I just think it's impossible for my character to do that.
once per turn.
So, yeah, what are your Sparkle Gem? What's your melee weapon? Here.
Well, I said I was attacking with my rapier, which is 1d8 plus 1. My
Line.
question is, do I get my sneak attack damage with that or no?
Oh, because I'm right
you're
next to you or
within
something?
5 feet. Yeah, you're within 5 feet, so you would.
I mean,
Sweet.
I would say because
1d8.
of jerk.
I mean, either way, I have both Jerk and Taliesin on either side of me.
Well, it's-
so
Yeah, it's from when it was
it's that-
moved out.
that would be 8 there, because that's
Oh, that's a
7
good-
plus the 1 is 8.
It's that because jerk is within 5 feet.
Well,
of
he
Plus
is
there.
two.
now, but we're talking about when it moved, right? Like,
So that's 8, 9, 10, 15 damage. Let me double check. Bonus. Yeah, 15 damage total.
Your a D8 was your 7.
Yep, +1
Plus
is
1.
8, plus
8.
2 for the first d6, plus 5 for the next d6, so 15 total.
All right. 15 damage to the bugbear. Let's get a
Just get away from
opportunistic,
me!
So that's-
opportunistic rapier slash.
So we've hit it 5 times now. I think.
Mhm.
Just my own tally.
Yells,
Yeah.
and, yells and squeals, screeches, ah, like the birds kind of thing. That's the owl face. All right,
Things have to,
Targar.
things have to fly through birds.
Wait, whose turn?
It is the hobgoblin who is confronting Hubert with his pet wolves at his side. His
And they get a
trusted
name.
pet wolves.
They get a name too because they also claim to be king of the remaining goblins.
But he gets a 16 plus 4 unnatural 20 on a longsword attack.
So that meets my AC.
Oh, does it? Meets
It's
or
meet
beats?
or beats.
What's the verdict?
It's
I'm out. 2 hit.
well, it's 60. It's 19.
Oh, was it
Plus-
19?
It's 19, not 20, because it's
Oh,
plus
okay.
3 to hit with the longsword, not plus 4.
Oh, okay. So that's a miss.
So he misses that one.
Boo.
It's not going to get his martial advantage unless he hits. He points at you and he barks orders in Goblin. Looking at the 2 wolves that are there next to him. And then
And then
40, Hobgoblin runs in, sees a room on fire. Okay.
I mean, that door
Sparkle gem.
was left open. I think.
Sparkle Gem, you're on a
yeah,
ledge.
it could
You
be
just-
open, but it's the room's still on fire. Go on. Sorry.
You just took an opportunistic attack on an owl bear and gave him a good slice along his
Yee.
face as he got down and then circled the room angrily.
Yee. Okay, first things first. Bonus action to pop open that chest and dig around in it using the mage hand.
All right, so it's a hand, right?
Yeah,
So the hand can pick something up out of the chest.
as long as it's 10 pounds or less. Correct.
Okay.
So I'm going to have it like specifically looking for a map case of some sort or any
Crane
paper
game.
parchment.
So, I mean, you have this magic hand, you're reaching around, you're grabbing something in the chest. If there's a tube or a map case,
That's going to be taking priority over rest of what's in there.
roll me your perception to see if from on this side you can see anything. Otherwise, it might be random.
But it's
here.
based off feels of my
Just do
hand.
it. Just do it. We'll see. No,
Ugh.
we'll
You can-
see.
Hmm?
I control the hand.
You're gonna
completely,
grab
so-
something. You're gonna grab something out of this chest.
I know. 8 plus my perception, you said? 10 total, because I'm not very observant.
No, but you do pull a vial of green liquid out of it, which you recognize as a potion of healing.
Well, it's tube shaped.
Okay, I'll add that to. Well, right now the hand is just kind of holding it.
Holding it there above the chest. Okay.
Better idea. The said hand is then going to use its movement and come. Well, I'm going to have that. I want the vial to be floating above my mouth in case I get hit.
What? Unstoppered
That's-
and upside down? Does that work?
The hand was
My
used
hand
your
could
bonus action
pour
to
something
pick
out
something
of
up.
a container. Right.
Yeah,
I'm
but
saying
you've
next turn,
used-
next
yeah,
turn, that hand can pour the contents of something
Yes.
out of a vial. So if I have
Yes,
the
next
hand
turn.
just so happen to float by my face, so if I get hit, next turn, pop. Oh, look, I'm magically better.
Oh, I'm sure that's
So-
concentration though. If you get hit, I'm sure it just disappears.
What, my hand?
Yeah, positive. You can't have that all the time.
At will.
It's a minute. Okay.
I get it for, yeah, it's 1 minute, so I get it for 10, and it's an at will cast utility, non concentration. Like, it's a, yeah.
All right. We're on round 9.
But
We're on
keep in
round
mi-
9.
Yep. So I have one more turn after this before I have to recast. I've been keeping track. There's a little
Alright.
token counter on it.
Okay.
Alright.
So that's
So that was
Anything
my
else?
bonus
Yeah.
action. So I'm going to use. You know what? Skip it. I'm just going to use my. Yeah, use my action to once again cast Ray of Frost. Make it so it can't. Well, attempt to make it so it can lose its 10 feet of movement.
okay.
15.
15 hits.
Doop.
It's a D8.
3.
3 damage on Owlbear. Again,
Nice.
used. Owlbear
Just leave me alone,
Squawks.
Mr. Bear.
squawks at the 3 damage. Swah.
All right, and since my turn's over, I'm going to go for a cigarette real quick. I'm not moving, but I will use my mage hands movement to float above my head.
Okay. Godwald, you're up.
Mm. Attack again.
All right. You're attacking Wolf 3 in front of you.
Yep.
Wisdom saving throw.
Yep.
He makes an 18.
Then
Damn.
nothing happens.
And probably would have been +1 too. So, okay.
And well, still just pretty much locked in combat here, and I haven't heard anything happening behind me, so I'll just stay here.
All right. Be bear. There's wolves in front of you. Hobgoblins to the south.
Oh God, this is a
Here
party.
you are stuck in the middle.
Right.
So this door right here that I'm next to, can I close that with my interaction?
The one that the wolf stuck to?
Oh, it's actually stuck to
Oh.
the door.
He bit it in. It's had its turn and it's attacked. So no, yeah. The door is free of its mouth. Yes.
All right, I would like to just go ahead and awkwardly shut that.
Okay.
That's
And
what I
then,
did.
Pulls the
Take
door
a-
shut. I mean, is it
take
like
a-
wouldn't be an attack of opportunity because you're not moving away, right? Like,
Yeah, you're just closing the door.
yeah, you're just closing the door. It didn't expect it, so I probably wouldn't get a chance to like react. Maybe in the future they will, but this doesn't. Okay, door's closed.
Okay, and with a very quick sigh of relief, I'm going to take a stab at this bugbear here.
Fuck that hobgoblin.
Yeah, that guy.
Yep.
Plus, so that's 22.
Jeez, nice. All right, yeah, that hits. That
Yeah,
hits.
I've only got about
hobgoblin.
3 or
Damn.
4 more rounds of that.
Yeah, right through his chainmail. Ignores that
Ooh,
shield. Bam,
ooh.
bam.
11 damage.
Damn.
Nice. Hobgoblin. His name. Okay, as you.
You must be really
Face
proud of
the
these
wrath of-
names.
I'm not. I mean, I just
The
think
gods.
it's funny. I just think it's funny because there's so much like, wait, let's talk to this guy. That I'm like, all right, I'm gonna give this one a name. He's gonna have a story. It'll be a thing. And then you're like, nah.
Let's just
Let's
murder
fucking
this
murder
dude.
that
Oh, man.
one. So yeah, how do you do this?
So, in Kubeir's head, this is a very manly, like, slam the door and slam the door, take a step forward, and bravely sink his sword into the middle of this thing's chest. In all honesty, though, for any outside observers, Godwald, this is more of like a panicked flailing as his shield manages to hook the door handle on accident, swinging it shut. and he kind of does a surprise at the this hobgoblin.
Slashes him to death, somewhat by accident.
Hell
Well.
yeah.
Beautiful. It's beautiful.
Yes,
Okay.
Classic Pubert. Thank you.
doing that whole face transform for just a moment.
Well, this goblin with all of this fine armor of his, he drops dead. And is that? I mean, that's your interaction in action. You could move. You can see a curtain on fire in front of you.
I don't know where's the closest place I could change my skivvies. You know what? I'm gonna stay there, but I'm gonna look
Did you
at
ever make it
Godlove
in
like,
there? I was gonna say there's the bathroom around that corner. I don't know if you guys ever made it in there though.
to the closest latrine.
Right.
You know what? I'll go ahead and pass for the time being.
All right.
Take a moment to collect my thoughts.
Is Jerk back with us yet?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, Jerk.
All right. So, what did I miss last time? They were about to take a swing at him because he moved out of. They had an attack of opportunity.
We did that. I missed. She hit him.
Yeah, he came up to the door where you are.
Yeah.
Or
Pubert
the
just killed the
doorway.
hobgoblin.
All right. So I'm gonna take a swing at the owlbear with my rapier.
All right.
Oh.
Oh.
Damn.
Okay. Now I'm terrified.
Critical fail on your attack with your main weapon.
Does something happen to me?
We could just go with the old faithful of something happening with the doorway.
On the, I mean, almost like you went for like a really hard slash where you thought the owlbear was going to be, but without feeling anything connect, your sword just goes kind of flying out of your hand into the room. You're no longer holding your rapier.
That's no good. All right. All right. So I'm going to use my bonus action to disengage, and I'm going
Alright.
to then use my movement to run the fuck away through the fire.
Okay. Through the fire.
So that's one.
It's each of these is 5.
I can't tell where they go.
5, 10, 15, 20. So here. So you're here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah. All right. Roll me your dex save.
Come on, Dex. So I got a
Gonna
10.
take fire damage. And your resistance, so it's halved, so you take a fire damage.
All right. A
This is
fire
3.
damage marked.
3.5. I'm gonna roll down.
Okay. Now, question: from this doorway, can I get line of sight on him since he's directly through here for
On
next
the
round?
owlbear,
Yeah.
not once you pass through the door.
Okay. All right. Well, then I'm gonna chill here after a miserable failure and losing my rapier.
Okay. It was a sword. It had it. It's gone. Taliesin, you're on a ledge. Owlbear has been attacked and injured. Is stomping around the room below. You see a green vial of liquid get lifted up out of the chest that was 10 some feet across the room on a broken ledge across from you. What do you do?
What do you do, Hotshot? What do you do?
All right, hang on here. I'm gonna hop down.
All right, 10 feet of movement.
And let's see. That's 10 feet. Is it standing in front of the door or?
Yeah, well, so kind of, I imagined it kind of walking, stomping around the edge of the room and kind of coming up to where the door was, kind of facing towards the door a little bit towards you guys. So just did a circle,
Okay.
counterclockwise in that circle there.
All right. So if I move, I don't
Wait,
know.
no, do backwards.
Leave my chest alone. I got this.
No, you're fine. I'm just trying to get away from you.
Fair.
Um.
I mean, I kind of smell of urine. I don't blame anyone for running away.
No, it's not that.
How's that any different from any other time, though?
Screw you, jerk.
How do you make the 20-foot cubes and stuff?
Oh, I just adding them on.
Can you give me a 15-foot one?
Mm?
New spell.
There you go.
God damn it.
That should work.
Okay. Oh, you're outside of it. Good. Okay. Yeah. Thunder Wave level 2.
All right.
Wah.
What is this?
He has to make
crackle
a
of-
Constitution saving throw of 13.
All right. Let's see. Oh, there. Con saves. Ooh, very high. Tough creature.
Yeah.
He gets a 3 plus his 3 gets him 6, so he does not make that save. Which means
So he takes 3d8 thunder and also gets knocked back 10 feet, which I was hoping would push him into the fire. But we'll see if you want to do that or not.
so he takes roll that damage.
14.
14 damage to Owlbear. And goes
That's
back 10
fantastic.
feet.
Close
And
to
then
death.
what's the rest of it?
Hmm?
Wave. Let me read the rest of it. Let's see the last bit. Pushed away 10 feet. All right, that 5, 10 pushes it into this room. It's right up against it. It's kind of here. All right, is that the end of your turn?
Do I still have an interaction?
Yeah, you could like shout something to somebody or
Um,
gently touch that table behind you.
can I yell just like, everyone close the doors?
That door is knocked down, so there's.
I know,
nothing you can-
but he's basically either have to come back at us or go through the fire.
Well, is he partially in the fire now? Because he's so big.
I don't know if he's like on fire or not.
His butt's probably getting toasted.
A little roasted owlbear for you.
I'd eat it.
Nope.
That sounds amazing.
You'd eat his ass?
The most tender part.
Yep.
What the fuck did I just walk back into?
We're discussing, owl
The best-
roast,
the best
rump
game.
roast.
Yeah.
Owl bear rump
do you,
roast.
do you eat owlbear ass? I guess is the question. No. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. So he's large enough that being knocked through the door and landing where he is, lands on the last bit of fire. The fire damage on this has been happening at the end of Talison's turn.
Oh.
So I was waiting for the end of your turn. He would need to take 1 damage on a D4 fire damage to die. Oh, look.
He took
died.
1 damage.
Exactly 1 damage.
Oh, hell yeah.
Your thunder wave erupts the owlbear out of what was briefly its lair, and all of the decayed and destroyed books. Everything in this room really, had been just sort of kind of trashed. Anyways, it was really the owlbear's space for a little bit of time. All of that material goes flying out away from you, up and against the walls. Oh my gosh. Sparkle Gem, roll me a dex saving throw.
Yeah, god damn it. Okay, so this is gonna be +3 for a dex save. Whee! 13.
Some owlbear shit just goes flying past you, misses, like, but you're just like, as that thunder wave and all those things went flying everywhere, owlbear goes off and dies off into the room next to you. You're just like, oh, that was so gross. This room just exploded. The
I killed
Wait,
the
the
owlbear.
See-
chest would the
see
chest
the
have gotten
chest?
like splattered all over the place?
the ledge that hits on the chest and that cube is a 15-foot cube emanating from you, so that's up high enough that would hit, and it
Yeah.
does hit it and does damage to it, so it knocks the chest down from the ledge. Its contents spill out on the ground in front of you.
Does anything break?
The so I don't think no, you're holding the only thing in a vial. But the contents
That's
the contents,
good.
The contents of
Right.
the rest of the chest go spilling out on the ground in front of you. There are still some tiny monsters in here.
Okay.
We could power through this and do these things, or I mean, like, we could just do some quick ones. I don't know how you guys want to do this.
I
So
mean,
it's-
do we just want to
Whatever.
hunt down the last of the small creatures quick?
How do you guys want to do it?
Because it's free real estate, you guys. Free experience.
real estate.
All right, so let's do it then. Let's finish up. So Owlbear is dead. Let me check it off. And that
Aw,
was
man.
Talison's turn. You hear the wolves scratching at the door outside of you, Bear. Both of them growling and scratching at that door.
Kind of holding it like dogs. Oh god.
You like dags?
They start pulling at it and ripping at it, and you think they might actually be able to, like, they're actually kind of pulling it on these hinges that are starting to come loose. And then Gundren finishes checking out these rooms, comes over here into this area. He's just doing his deeds. Owlbear is dead. Congratulations, everyone, on killing an owlbear. I believe it is the biggest, toughest creature you have faced to date.
Yes.
Besides that hill
fought.
giant.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't
you
fight
really
him.
No,
face
no.
that,
Yeah, that
We
was
didn't
more of a
fight it because we were smart enough to stop Jerk from shooting his arrow.
I wasn't gonna shoot it.
Are you sure?
So you claim.
Are you lying?
You tried so hard.
The Goblin 28 enters the room. He is after he ran around. He'd been dragging bodies around the house. He had been instructed by the other hobgoblins in order to, like, create a row of bodies that the slime would follow outside. They're basically giving it breadcrumbs to lead it out of the castle. He heard all of this commotion. The priest has charged all the way around the front of the castle. He has run into the room, seen a dead hobgoblin, grabbed a weapon off of the wall, charged through, seen the dead Grick and the other dead goblins, and totally committed to his mission to protect his home. Has charged into this room and is now in Godwald's face. Godwald, he attacks you with his great sword.
He has a great sword.
That's
Wield
the
it.
weapon he picked up.
In both hands?
Yeah, he's doing this in both hands. He is this little tiny man. He's gonna have to do this at disadvantage because he doesn't have any kind of proficiency with this weapon. Oh, okay. You got a nat 20, but he also got
Damn.
6. So,
Save your ass.
so he takes this. He's just been charging and screaming for a while now. Just slams the sword down in front of you, and it misses. And then
That's a sad story.
Sparkle Gem.
All
your
right.
turn.
First things first, use my bonus action to tell my hand to put the vial in my pocket.
All right. Add a
Quick
potion
thing.
of healing to
Okay.
your inventory.
So it is a potion of healing, because potion of healing is described as a red vial, but you said green.
Oh, is it? All
Yes.
right.
Maybe
I
the vial
apologize.
is a different color than the liquid.
Well, no,
This
I
one?
just want to make sure I'm adding
Well,
the
this
right
one's
item
green.
into my inventory. That's
Well,
all
this
it is.
this one's green, and it's a potion of healing. It's
Okay.
already happened. Happened.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I was just making sure. Like,
That's
all on the
not
same
true.
page.
You all know it. You were trying
wait,
to
hold
catch
on,
him
hold
on
on.
a detail.
Hold on. Sparkle Gem's colorblind. She thinks it's green.
Great.
Yes.
Great. Forever colorblind now.
Forever colorblind now.
Great. Me and my nitpickery.
This
Okay,
is
and
supposed to
then
be red.
with my
Um,
action, I'm going to scurry around the room and pick everything up.
Okay, you could get down there, and there are the items that are there. You'd be able to pick up some of the, probably most of the stuff that spilled out of this chest. So
Prioritizing any maps.
there is an
And books.
amulet. There's an amulet.
Okay.
There is a scroll. There is the potion of healing that you have.
Uh-oh, give me 1 second. I gotta scroll down into my notes quick.
And there's also a bunch of coins that have spilled out of this. You can either pick up the items or spend your action collecting the coins.
Okay, so you said the chest contained an amulet, a magic scroll, the vial I
Scroll,
already have,
amulet, potion of healing that you picked up,
and
a bunch of coins that spilled down into the ground.
bunch of coins. Okay, I'm going to
Yeah.
spend my action grabbing that amulet and the magic scroll because those seem a little bit more important to my
Okay.
character.
It's quite a bit of
And
coinage
then,
that's spilled out onto the ground here.
I mean, that's fine. We'll probably end up splitting it as a party anyways. But can I make
Alright.
while it's still my turn, can I make an arcana check to see if I already know what this scroll is?
Using your action to pick
Or
up all this
amulet?
stuff.
Okay. Okay.
And
I
we're
just thought I'd ask.
We're still in combat, but you'll have the chance to do that soon. You should,
Okay.
if you guys kill this stuff.
Okay. And then I guess that's the end of my action.
All right, Godwald, tiny goblin with a sword as big as he is, just charged at you, screaming. Oh, he struck at you with this thing, and he missed. He was feeling really good about it. That nat 20 on the disadvantage, that's rough. It was painful to see.
So I observed the slime and the movement of the bodies and the slime going outside.
Mm-hmm.
And my perception then, like 2 turns ago, was a 24. How much of what I understand of the whole thing you told me what this goblin's been doing? Would I have any idea?
I mean, it looks like the slime has been consuming bodies until it went outside, so that would be pretty obvious from what you've seen. You've deducted that.
Just
You didn't really
stab
see
the
him
goblin
outside.
mouth.
I just wanted to tell his story. I wanted to tell his goblin story.
I mean, in that case, this guy did us a favor.
I mean, they was doing the goblins a favor. The goblins that came back.
Why are you guys always trying to make friends with goblins?
What do you want me to do? Try to make? I already tried making friends with you.
Just one, Drew. Oh, and I thought I was the sassy one.
Also, Talison's turn being over means this fire's gone. Just the beds are on fire now.
Odd. Oh, I remember what I did the last time I was in this small room, and there was a thing.
Yeah, you stole a frying pan.
Yes, let's do that again.
Are you saying you're looking for the halves of the frying pan that would be on the ground in this room?
No, you told me all the metal was gone.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. The slime probably would have.
I removed that.
Up.
I removed that note. No, I'd like to cast a first level spell at this goblin.
Okay. What are you gonna do?
Command.
And
Command?
conquer.
It's a whiz save.
I didn't hear. Sorry. Oh, the spell is command. Okay. I thought there was a second word. I'm sorry. Whiz save. Okay. Who's got to beat your 13?
Yep.
Do. Oh man. They're really kicking your wisdom butts. It's 19. They're making those saves every time today.
That goblin has never felt smarter.
Right.
He's been around, you know, he's seen some things. He's wise to the world.
He's seen our
he's
shenanigans.
He's seen a cleric before. You're not the first cleric he's seen.
So I pointed
like
him and yelled, "Drop
primitive
it!" But he's not magically compelled. Can I try and convince him to drop it?
Could you just like as a intimidate?
Yeah.
On top of your spell casting?
Yeah, I'd like to spend my. Can I spend my interaction to do that?
Sure, man. Do it. Let's kill this goblin.
Okay, that didn't work at all.
It giggles
You're
at
like-
you.
You
Oh,
like
well.
cast the spell. The goblin like recognizes that the spell failed. He's not the first cleric he's seen. And then when you're like, drop it, he's just like, he's gonna try and pick the sword back up again. It's too big for him.
He's gonna teleport behind you and be like, "Nothing personnel, kid."
Okay, Pubert, you're up. There's a fire. There's a curtain on fire to the south of you. A goblin attacking your brother.
Is there
Wolves.
anything that looks flammable next to that curtain? I guess what I'm trying to figure out if I have anything to fear from that.
It doesn't really. No, it doesn't really seem like there's much else that could catch on fire. Right there, the building is made out of stone.
Because I don't know what to do about the spectacle before me. I'm kind of thinking I should kind of let
Let this roll.
Godwald do his thing. You know what? Yeah, we'll go that route. I'm just gonna go ahead and just kind of, as I watch Godwald fight this, very enthusiastic. Like I see this goblin. I appreciate his spirit. Let's see how he does.
I kind of
I'll just take a moment to like
kind of respect
heal
this.
myself with some of my healing hands.
You touch yourself?
You touch yourself.
I sit there in the corner and touch myself a little bit.
All right.
you?
How much do you touch yourself for health wise?
4.
Touches himself for 4 points of healing.
I like all of these decisions.
Does that put you up to max, P-Bear?
Yeah, I'm back to 28.
All right. Our favorite slime eats and consumes yet another. There are the bodies outside. Jerk. You are outside of a room that is not quite as fiery as the last time you were in it. It actually looks like, had you been slightly more patient, that it would have been much safer to enter and exit this room.
Can I safely enter and exit this room now?
Yeah, you should be able to pass to the south without walking into the bed that's on fire. Yes.
What about the bear?
I need to
There's a
go get
bugbear there. He's definitely
dead.
difficult terrain. That
I
whole
I just want to
10
go get my
10
rapier.
feet is across. Okay. Let's see. You have bonus action to dash, right?
Yeah.
So you can enter the room. You could dash 5, 10, 15. Wait. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 50. What's your total at? It's 30? 55? Yeah, you could get in here. You could get in next to Taliesin.
Okay,
and
I'm
Sparkle
gonna
Gem.
go in there and I'm gonna pick my rapier up,
All right.
and then that's all I got.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna use my action to pick up the whatever is still on the ground.
So you're
The
gonna
coins?
Are you gonna pick up your rapier or gonna scoop up the pile of coins?
I can't do both.
No, I'm gonna say no. You just did a number of acrobatic maneuvers to get in here. Maybe your rapier too. Okay. Yeah. If you want to use your action.
All right. So I'll do that. Scoop up-
Okay. You around Taliesin as he's just kind of stunned at the loot greed that he was witnessing from these rogues, questioning their
I mean-
what seems to be moral ambiguity before now seems to be maybe not.
well, but mainly I
and-
came in for my rapier. I'm
Sure.
useless without it.
There just so happened to be a bunch of coins.
Yeah,
there.
exactly.
Yeah, Jerk.
Don't worry, guys. I killed the bugbear. It's fine.
Hey,
And I picked the lock on the chest.
I shot him in the ass,
And then ran away.
Well, and then threw my
Yeah.
rapier.
Yeah.
So Jerk,
You lured him into
Jerk.
the fire?
I'm listening.
Jerk, you're gonna add 90 electrum, I think, to your
Electrum?
electrum to your inventory.
Was that like one of those
God.
Bitcoin
Isn't it-
things?
It's the,
Yeah.
Actually, yes.
the
It's a
version of platinum, I think, isn't
If
it?
by Bitcoin you mean a currency that very few
Mhm.
people actually use, but other people do see its value.
It's not even an option for currency.
Yes, it is.
Is
Yes,
it?
it is. So if you go to currency, click it on the menu. It should pop it up on the right. You got platinum, gold, electrum.
Yep. All right.
Electrum, 90 electrum,
All right.
Carmen Electrum.
and 120 gold. And I'm gonna say for this amount of gold and electrum that is in this pile, that you're gonna have to pick up your rapier with your interaction on your next turn.
That's
But
that's
you just
fine.
come in and you're just scooping up all this gold. You realize the only place you can really put it is in the chest. You're just kind of scooping it, putting it back into the chest.
All right.
And it's just a bunch of fucking coins.
All right. So that's it for me.
Yep. Next turn goes to Taliesin. Taliesin, you have witnessed the face of greed. It is the rogues in your party.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm
All
nice
right.
enough to give away loot once in a while.
So can I like roll for perception, see if I see anything resembling what would be the map that we are looking for?
You can, but I'll just tell you that that was not item here in this chest.
Damn it! I didn't mean to roll that.
Well,
It was
in the
not
chest,
there.
but in the room in general.
Yeah, no, there's nothing else in the room outside of the debris that's now been pushed up against all the walls,
Okay.
and then the items in the chest that have just fallen down and now been cleaned up by your fellow party members.
Yeah. So I'm assuming 25.
He's difficult.
Oh, I didn't know you could do
terrain.
that.
Oh,
Well,
that's a-
yeah. So this would be 20,
right.
and then yeah, if you
Well,
right
it'd
cl-
be-
if you right click, you can turn it.
Plus, it'd be 30 because he's 5 extra each square that he's in. So 5.
Right.
10,
So this
15,
is
20,
20.
25.
Unless you're small.
This right here is 20, so I'm saying this would be 25. So
5,
this would be
10,
30.
15, 20, 25, 30.
Okay, so it counts as double. Okay.
Yes, difficult terrain.
Well, I didn't know that it was 2 spaces of difficult terrain, I guess. Is
He's
what I mean.
huge. He's a giant
I
bear
know.
owl creature.
All right.
Massive.
Well, I will
Biggest-
go here.
Second largest thing you've ever seen. in your life.
Can I I don't think he has anything for me to loot, but
No,
guess
he
I'll-
is- He is an animal.
eh. So,
Gouge his beak out or something and wear it as a hat.
hell yeah, I'm doing that. Can I de-skull him?
Do you carry a sword?
I have 2 scimitars.
2 scimitars?
Yeah.
You mean that curved thing?
If you were to walk over to this owlbear's body and spend your action beheading it with your
Yep.
scimitars,
Doing it.
Yep, that's the thing you can do.
I'm doing it. I'm gonna make a fucking hat out of his head.
This
So that's
The-
the
Owlbear armor +1.
right. Yeah. So we got our druid is claiming the head of the owlbear.
Yeah,
That will be your
Uh-oh.
turn. It's gonna take you the rest of your turn.
that's fine. Yeah.
No more movement there. We hear wolves growling and clawing at a door. Neither of which manages to break the door down. Gundren starts walking back over to the party, casually carrying all those loot. Not very happy. Goblin 28 raises all of his might to pick up the great sword and take another strike with disadvantage at Godwald. I'm gonna get you. No, with disadvantage, the sword falls on him and causes
Oh my
him.
god, ear rape from Pubert.
and
Pubert,
causes him
you
three bludgeoning
Discord.
What?
Or
Three
not
bludgeoning damage.
Discord, but in roll 20.
Oh.
He drops the great sword on himself for 3 damage.
Nice.
Sparkle Gem.
Oh, it's my turn again.
Yep.
And I just see Taliesin run off to chop off the head of an owl bear.
He is just hacking the head off of this beast in front of you as you just kind of putting things in your pockets, and you're just kind of like, whoa.
You all think
Alright.
I'm the weird one.
Yeah, that's some that's some stuff happening right there.
All right.
This is some good meat. Come on,
And this
guys.
curtain is still on fire at the end of Talison's turn? Yes, no,
Yeah,
maybe?
you would probably see a bed on fire from where you're standing.
Well, I'm just curious because this will determine which way I have to run to get around towards
Oh
everybody
yeah,
else.
that's right. He's cutting the head off of it by firelight.
Mm-hmm.
Like as a bed's burning behind him, so he's kind of backlit by the shadow.
I'm like just laughing maniacally too.
So quickly, Pubert is having some technical difficulties, which is causing him to reboot. He did message us
No.
on what his character will be doing next turn. So if you need me to guide that, I can.
All right.
That being said and done and over with. Nobody else is in the room but Jerk and I, correct?
Yeah.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to look at Jerk and be like, we could grab the chest and get out while the rest of them take care of this. Or we could be nice and help them.
I want to search the rest of the bodies.
Okay, I guess we could do that too.
They haven't taken any teeth in a while. I'm surprised.
Well, that's because we just killed the Grick, and
Well, that's
I
true.
have
Alright,
a jar full of goblin, hobgoblin, and bugbear teeth.
Yeah. The Grick and the owlbear all had
You
beaks.
should try and find any of the lead goblins. Make sure that you're just taking them from the boss ones. Maybe there's some goblin deity that'll appreciate that or something.
Okay, that's how far I could get.
All right, what else?
So, I'm going to use
So what
my
are you doing?
bonus action to dash all the way the fuck over there. Because I don't have to take movement disadvantage because of this.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I'm one
You're
space
small
back.
and it's large.
Right, but I am one space back because of Taliesin being in the way. Correct?
Okay, yeah. Yep.
And I'll just like look
If
back and be like,
Pastor
"This
had-
is my beak."
She just
And
goes
that does not give me line of
nimbly
sight.
bounding past him. And you're like, ha 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 ha.
And I guess I'll just use my regular action to once again cast my mage hand. Woo! All
Brings it
invisible
back.
hand, right chilling there.
It's back.
My invisi hand. And that's going to be the end of my turn. Whee! God, I can't wait until my mage hand can cast magic.
All right, Godwald, you're faced with a goblin who just really, really wants you dead.
Well, under the pressure of your brother watching you.
Yeah.
Same thing as before.
All right. He needs to wisdom saving.
Yes.
All right. that is a 5 total.
It says during its next turn, the target uses its action to drop whatever it's holding and then immediately ends its turn.
Wait, so what did you do? I thought you didn't do Toll the Dead?
No.
Oh, okay, what did you do?
Commands drop again.
Oh, command drop. Okay. All right. Well,
And
he already dropped the sword on himself.
really? Oh.
Yeah.
He critically failed, and he dropped the sword on himself.
Oh, poor little guy.
Oh, then I would just step back and I would ask Prepare to grapple this thing. I want to take it with us.
Bear is gonna take the look at him like, what?
Are you trying to take another goblin?
We need to find the way to the next castle.
We have a map.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've
It's
got
like
a,
what
The
it's like what you're here
shapeshifter
to
thing.
get. It's like what you're here to get. Is the map.
Well, yeah, but the shapeshifter dropped a map with another location marked on it, so I'm assuming that's probably
That's probably going to be our
important.
next target, but doesn't mean we can't at least look for the map still while we're running through.
Well,
this place,
yes.
clearing it out.
Running through the
Okay, fine.
Six.
I'll just try and get us to the end of the. Fine. Let's just have been told the dead, I guess.
Then it hits, and you roll a d12 damage. It's just 1.
That's amazing.
Okay, then I step back anyway. So that
Pretty
Prepare
incredible.
can do it.
if you step
Pretty
back, he
incredible.
gets an attack of opportunity.
He's not holding a weapon.
Doesn't matter. He can beat you with his fists.
I'll
you
take
re-
the one.
With how you've been rolling, do you really want to take that chance? He could one shot you.
I'll take
No,
the
he-
1
He
damage.
can't one-shot him. He could at
I'll take
best
the
he could
2
do 1.
damage.
Yeah, he would strike with a fist maybe. He nat 20s it.
I'll
So,
take the 2
Mm.
damage.
yeah. Well, it would be a strength plus. It was strength 1, which is negative, so it's 0.
So I take
So,
no damage.
The goblin slaps you really hard on the shield. Yep. So
Are we seriously just fucking with these goblins right now?
I don't know how, but it's P-Bear's turn. P-Bear.
I don't know if he's back yet, is he?
Oh, I'm back. I'm
Okay.
trying to figure out how to handle this.
Like I
Is a thing
tried.
happening in front of you.
Well, the goblin just slapped your brother. He just bitch slapped him.
Yeah,
He gave
Rolling.
him the straight
mean,
up
I
pimp
guess-
hand.
I'll just kind of stride over to this goblin, but kind of giving Godwald the hairy eyeball as I walk up, hoping that the door doesn't break open behind me with these actual threatening wolves. And I'm gonna take a stab at this goblin.
Okay.
With all of your bonuses.
Go get him.
That's another 22.
That hits. You hit goblin with your long sword. Roll me some damage and tell me how you killed this goblin.
Kind of like I'm in the middle of doing a chore, just kind of a stab.
Forgot to
And then
clean up your
pull it out.
villains.
No,
All right.
there we go.
Dead goblin. You've killed yet again. The Kragmaw tribe has been reduced to dust.
Does the goblin we have count?
I think he's gonna start his own tribe.
Is Droop
I was
part
gonna
of
say
this
he's
tribe?
He's a king
He's
of
the king
of what anymore?
Yeah.
I
so
don't know.
So he's just the first goblin of the Droop tribe?
He's got a slime that
Right.
won't listen to him.
Could be.
So we
That
have the one
means
room
Slime's
with
turn.
wolves left in it.
Yes, you have a room with wolves in it. You guys want to open the door and start rolling attacks on the wolves? Or
I think that's a good idea.
Okay. Jerk, it's your turn.
I don't think I can make it to that door, can I?
I don't know. Are you gonna leave
You
that
could
chest in there, or are you
dash.
gonna take it?
Well, I'm gonna grab the chest, and then I'll slowly make my way towards the wolf door. How far can I go?
You can use your bonus to dash after
You
picking
can
up the
just
chest.
use your. Yeah, you could bonus action with the chest, and you dash, and you still have your action left. It's rogue life.
Yeah. So you can move 50 feet. Or
No,
60 feet.
60. Yeah, 60. Don't forget
My bad. I was going off my movement.
the extra 10 through him. So you could 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 60 with one burning curtain check. Or 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 60. Be out here. No burning curtain check.
I'll take the burning curtain check.
All right. Roll me a dex saving throw.
9 plus 5, 14.
14. You take resistant damage on 4. You take 2 burning damage.
Cool. That's
All
it.
right,
That's
and
all
you're
I
in that
got.
room.
Yeah.
There he is. Taliesin.
All right. Have I de-headed this thing yet?
Yes, you
All right.
giant owlbear head is decapitated from its body.
Where are these wolves at? In here?
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't think I can even get over there though, really.
Dash.
Well, yeah, but then I'd have to get through him, dead body, and
And 1 burning curtain. Or you can go this way through some bodies.
yeah, I'll just like 5, 10.
Like here with all these dead bodies.
All right, I guess I'll go up there. Good douche.
Douche.
And I'm like carrying an owlbear head.
All right. You have the owlbear head in your hands. You have to drop it if you're going to attack. One of the wolves successfully does some damage to the door, ripping it off its hinges. Whoop. See another room with a wolf. But that's all that happened. Gundren moseys on over. Hearing some commotion in general. 5, 10, 15.
Runs the fuck out of the castle.
Comes up to Sparkle Gem. Like, I haven't found the map yet. It's got to be in his quarters.
Well, why don't you drink more? Maybe you'll see better then.
What?
You notice
because he has that.
You notice he has 2 glasses in his hand. They both have brandy in them, and he offers one to you.
What? I mean, considering him and I have not been nice to each other at all this campaign, I am not going to trust it and assume it's been poisoned.
Okay. So you reject his offer of kindness?
Yeah,
Okay.
I do, because I don't trust him.
That's fair.
He's been a sassy asshole.
Just puts both of them back and is now very drunk. All right.
Disadvantage on everything.
And he takes 1 poison damage.
For being drunk?
Yep. This is fine brandy. He is disadvantaged and in a world he does not want to live in. Okay. It's very drunk. And
Amen.
yep. Sparkle Gem, it's your turn. You just rejected booze. What do you do?
Throw up a little bit in my mouth from the smell of the booze? I don't know.
I guess. Fuck you, Gundren, you alcoholic
Hi.
bastard.
Right? I don't trust alcoholics.
I mean, he wasn't
5,
drinking
10,
before,
15,
but he
20,
is this
25,
time. Before he was just eating jerky.
30, 35, 40, 45, 50. The most I could do is get into Pugh space.
Hug him. You could stand on that body behind him.
Yeah, and that's if I use my dash.
Kill these
Dash.
wolves. Kill these wolves.
So yeah, I'm going to go stand on this body, dash towards this body,
Woo!
and
Godwald.
then
Sorry.
mage hand. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. We'll occupy the space with Pooh Bear and just like gently caress his cheek. This
Alright.
invisible hand caressing his
Alright,
cheek.
Put it here so we can see Pooh Bear.
Okay.
All right, that makes it Godwald's turn. Godwald,
Toll,
door has
toll
been
on the
opened.
wolf.
Toll on the wolf. Wolf 3. Do it. Wisdom save. You get to 9 plus 1. 10. Woo! The previous tolls have been kind of quiet, but this one loudly resounds throughout the castle and drops the wolf dead. Blood pouring. All I can picture from Toll of the Dead is just blood through the orifices. I just don't know what else like happens if your ears kind of explode, right? Like
honestly,
that's what I'm picturing.
Just say those 4 words again, and I'll be satisfied.
Right? Yeah. Blood comes from wolf's ears. Its ears explode. This is a dead wolf. You have movement.
I step in the room.
Step
All
into
right.
the ring.
Step in the room on top of the dead wolf body. All right. Bear.
This is the last room. Is there anything in here?
Oh, yeah. This is the room. It's the rest of the room.
There's another wolf.
Yep, he's
Okay.
wolf 2. You just killed wolf 3. Bear, it's your turn.
I would like to take. I will take an attack of opportunity.
Oh, you're gonna move through and allow it to get an attack
Yes.
of opportunity on you. Okay.
Yes.
Wolf attack of opportunity is a bite, which is a d20 plus 4. 7 plus 4, 13.
Miss.
11?
11. Oh my god. Yeah, it was really bad.
Math?
Yeah, it
Miss.
was bad. It was a miss. All right. You're in the room slightly. You bear.
All right, I will position myself right about.
Comes in room.
There, and I will do my stabby stabbing.
Stabby stab it. That beats
Ooh,
13.
all the stabs.
All about the simple stabs.
All right. You thrust the long sword at Wolf 2. He takes
6 damage.
All right. It injures the wolf greatly. It does not. Looks like you hurt him pretty bad with that thrust. Our friendly neighborhood slime continues consuming bodies. It's consumed the body of King Grohl.
Good old King Dave Grohl.
Yep. No king teeth for Jerk. Jerk, it's your turn. You missed out on some teeth. Now what?
I'm gonna go in here, and I want to
Yep.
attack the wolf.
Attack the wolf. Attack the wolf.
Rapier. 11
Plus 5?
plus 5.
Hits.
All right. Sneak attack. But first,
All right. So your damage and then
so
2d6.
1d8
1d8
plus
plus
1. Oh, it is plus 3?
plus 3. Yeah.
Okay, my bad. I was thinking mine. Haha.
5, 6, 7, 8. And then it's 2d6.
Total.
Hold on. Do I get a bonus on that, or is it just 2d6?
It's just 2d6, so it'd be 13 total.
Just. Is it just 2d6 on top of your
So that's
actual damage?
8,
Mm.
12, 13. 13 damage.
Just 13 damage. With your just 13 damage, you take your rapier, you do a slice down the back of it, and you neatly manage to practically skin the wolf as you kill it.
Nice.
Rock on.
You're halfway to a pelt. You feel like you almost got a new profession that might be at hand. And
Mm.
that concludes combat in Cragmaw Castle.
Damn.
Finally, can we just make general perception checks for loot from bodies and stuff
We
before we
did it.
dip out?
Yeah. I think the only rooms you haven't searched are the ones that are on fire, and the room that you're in now. As the fire goes out, I don't know who's closest to that.
I think I am, or Gundred is. Whoever could get there first.
Gundred would go. He would search the room after the fire goes out. It's all ash, and he is concerned. You know, like, oh shit! Like, if the map was in here, it could have burned up. But
Sounds like your problem.
as he then comes in here, and you all who roll me a perception. I want to see who finds it. I want to see who's the best at finding things.
19.
15.
15.
17? But if we're going off of pure roll die, it's me. If we're going off mods, it's Godwolf.
Your perception, yeah. Okay.
19.
So as you guys are pursuing around the room, the first person to look underneath the bed mat of the Goblin King, that's bed, is Godwald, and he finds the map has been tucked away underneath the Goblin King's bed.
Pink!
Nice.
So
What was that?
that's it. That Gundren identifies that as his map. Let's see. What else do you find in that room? It's in 14. So I think you guys found some. There's also 110 silver.
Should
So
we
if you
split
guys-
this up?
Yeah, if you guys want to do that, and the money that you found as well.
Who said we're splitting the chest? Who said that was part of Jerkimine's plan?
Okay, well then Godwald, you find 110 silver under the bed, as well as 80 electrum, 2 potions of healing, Gundren's map to Wave Echo Cave,
Nice.
and a ring.
You said Godwald found all of that?
Yep, he was the one. He rolled the highest perception. He came in. He was like, "Man, where would a Goblin King hide his best stuff? Under his bed.
Under the
he went
bed.
there. He looked under the bed and he found it. So
That's
that
where I
is-
hide the best stuff.
You guys have found every corner of Cragmaw Castle, every trap, every nook, every cranny, every piece of loot. I mean, there are still there's weapons and some supplies in some of the rooms over there. If you guys want to spend your time bringing those items back and forth to the cart,
I
and doing
mean,
that, you can.
my priority is to rest so I can get my identify back, do arcana checks on all the items, to see what is magical or not, and then periodically wake up and take naps until everything is identified.
Okay. You can also You can also, I mean, it's so like an Arcana check would be like if you just see a thing and you recognize it from something. You can identify with a spell.
Right.
Obviously, just straight up does it.
Right.
You
Well,
could
what I was
stay. You
going
could stay with
to.
the items for a short rest, which you can identify them after that, because then you kind of like understand their properties after you set with them. So there's some options on it.
Well, like I said, my plan was to make a general Arcana check to see what is and is not magical, what I do and do not recognize, and then what I don't recognize, go take a nap, wake up, identify it, use an identify spell, take a note, and keep doing that until all the items are identified.
Oh, also in this room, I'll say, who is the second highest?
Me.
You were the second highest.
Herp.
Yeah.
All right, so Sparkle Gem, you recognize the glass staff from the
Oh,
wizard
Yeah,
that
I'm
he
taking
had-
that shit.
that had been dropped.
So I got glass
Looks
staff.
familiar. That had been in here, and someone had placed it and picked it up. Who's high insight? You have passive insight like 15, right, Taliesin? Like
Yeah.
like Taliesin would understand that basically those goblins had returned from a hunting party, and they had been out getting food for the goblins and for the bugbear. So you guys also find in that storeroom fresh meat. So dinner could be pretty awesome tonight.
Fuck yeah.
Sweet.
Sweet.
Celebrate your victory.
How much is glass staff weigh?
It is a staff of protection. So you can add it in. We can identify those things too. If you guys are going back to camp outside, are you looting the building? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Should
I
we
mean,
loot
I heard-
first and then go back to the cart?
Did you say way?
I hear.
Accord,
I heard what Sparkle Gem wants to do.
Yeah. Is my priority.
It's
Taliesin?
my prerogative. I mean, I guess we could look around if we've killed everything, so not really anything to worry about.
Okay. You guys have found everything. We've identified it. I can cover it again on some of the stuff. There's like spears and great swords and swords in the other room. There's materials like there's probably another cask of brandy. You guys, somebody,
Oh.
if you want to add that on. So here, let's start. Yeah, let's start typing this stuff in chat. So there's another cask of brandy. Another cask of brandy, right?
Okay.
There's the great swords that are around. They're valuable. You could probably sell them to the Lion Shield Coster along with some of the other weapons. If you guys are just taking all of it.
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah.
So if you guys are straight up looting the building in that fashion. 6. I know somebody picked up a great sword already, right?
Well, there's the one with the goblin.
Maybe
There were-
Gundren?
I loaded up
Gundren?
Gundren with all my
I
stuff.
remember grabbing a mace, I think.
You grabbed a Morning Star?
Yeah.
Okay. So remaining in that room, so Gundren had the greatsword then. The goblin picked up the second greatsword, so there is a second greatsword. Someone would type this in the chat. I'd be really, really happy.
Okay, so you said that we have a great sword.
Two.
I'm already on it.
Another
Two great swords.
greatsword. There's still
Okay.
2 Morning Stars.
2 morning stars. What else?
5 spears in the room. I think someone
5
already
spears.
someone already has the quarterstaff, the light
Yes,
fine
George
quarterstaff.
took
I've
that
got
one.
That.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There's that. There's more dried meat. So if you guys wanted to like,
How many rations worth?
yeah, I just want to refill your rations up to 10. You guys could all do that if you've used
So
them. You probably would have used some of them at this point. You could basically restock.
restock personal rations to 10. Okay, next.
Because you only would have used like 2 on the way here. Do. There are not many. Nope, there's not many long swords left. That's been picked up. Gundren had some of those.
3. So any more we have?
There's the wall. Somebody got that statuette in the ash, right?
Correct.
I've got that.
Okay. Are we saying you guys do your long rest after this?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, I would think
Are you,
so.
are you doing it here at the castle? Are you doing it out in the woods?
I feel like we should go back to the cart to do it to at least make
Yes.
sure our
Yeah, we had people
rescuees
there.
are still safe.
Yes, we should touch base.
If you guys go back there, you find the Dendrars.
Was there anything
Dendrars,
else in the castle before I hit
Drew,
enter?
and Darren are there. They've successfully, they're keeping everybody safe as the night is going on. It is nighttime, so you have to, torches, and it takes you a little bit longer to go back and forth.
Is Droop a bugbear now?
Droop is
Yeah.
not a bugbear yet. He is sitting there with his grin on his face and repeating, "Droop is king."
It's all right, buddy.
That's
Droop
right.
got
Give him a
Dixie
big old
has-
hug.
Actually,
Best
he would
king.
ask, so Droop would ask, like, "Are they all dead? Are they all
Way
dead?"
too excited.
Every
I'm
single
just
one
going
of
to
them, buddy.
like pet Droop on the head and be like, "Yeah, we got them all. It's your castle now,
And he, like,
Droop."
dances a little bit, and he's just like ding dong, the evil witch is dead, kind of thing. Like, really excited that all those assholes who beat him up over the years are all dead, and that he's king now. It does
Yeah, dude.
not connect. It has not clicked with him yet that he is king of nothing. Well, he's the
That's
king of an
okay.
empty castle, I suppose.
He's got a castle now. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not nothing.
Yeah, that slime's gonna end up eating him.
Actually, yeah.
No.
Knowing that they're all dead, Droop's like, "I'm going to my castle," and he just goes over.
No,
to the
he
castle
needs to
go
not,
check
because
things out.
that slime's gonna eat him.
Wait, Droop, you
No,
have
they-
to wait for us to get you more goblins to keep you safe.
Someone wants to try and roll persuasion to persuade Droop away from going to the castle. You can.
I got it. I'm on it.
That's quite all right.
Nice.
Okay, yours is better.
No, he's our friend.
22. Well, I'm saying my argument is I don't want Droop going into this empty castle without at least a few people there with him to protect him. Because otherwise, we're going to come back and find a dead Droop.
No, yeah, I mean, I don't want him to die.
Okay, well, yeah, you warn him about the slime. You're like, "Hey, man, it's still dangerous over there. Don't go." And he's, "Oh," and he kind of waddles back over to the campfire.
Why can't I get rolls like this on attacks, man?
It'd be like that though.
Right? If we're identifying all of the items that we had, you're doing a long rest.
Yep.
I think you still need a Arcana check on this statue. You tell that it's magic.
Okay.
Okay, so
I'll do it.
you want... I would say
You
you
guys-
want to do it, or do you want to pass
guys-
it to me and
you guys
have
can-
me do it?
You guys could collectively do this, and if someone else, how does help action work? I think you can actually.
It gives you +2 if they get a 10 or higher, if I'm not mistaken.
That sounds right to me.
I did not.
But that's old 3.5 as I remember it, so it could have easily changed. So let me go to D&D Beyond.
Or
Yeah, I'm
if
looking
someone,
at both.
I'll just show
Player's
it.
Handbook.
So I'm gonna show it around to everybody around the fire, and if you
Yeah,
all
you get
want to roll an
advantage. You get it
Arcana,
twice. Who's the highest Arcana? Roll it with advantage.
I do.
Second highest is essentially helping them that you get advantage. So roll.
Yep,
it with
ignore
advantage.
that 4. That. Yeah, I don't.
All right. From the statue, you recognize that it's magic.
So, yeah,
You
11
can
total.
tell that it has something to do with divination magic, but you may need a priestess or a priest of that deity to do it, which you recognize as Timora.
I know
The
just the person.
Timora,
The rules are different
luck
now.
goddess, priestess, to help. Okay.
Okay, CJ, the thing that you mentioned from 3.5, that also happens in 4th.
Oh,
I
we
found
don't need
something
this.
different in 5th.
We don't need
Okay.
this.
Yeah, we don't. We've already figured it out. We already looked it up. It's whoever is the main person with the higher check.
We don't need
gets-
this either. Okay. Let's.
Yeah,
Q Bear's
so
going to leave
treasure. But
But
tonight.
next time.
Chalice,
sort it
knife,
out.
and censer, those are all picked up. We got these other things through the bag. In the chest that was in the owlbears, there's an amulet of
Yes.
proof against detection and location.
Ooh. Oh, also, I tried to look up a staff of protection. There is no such thing on.
Yes, there is. I'll find it for you. So the amulet of proof against detection and location. While you are wearing this amulet, you are hidden from divination magic. You can't be targeted by such magic or perceived through magical scrying sensors.
Mm,
All right, I have that added on.
sounds
That's
useful.
nice.
In the items that are stashed underneath the bugbear's bed, the king goblin's bed, the ring is a ring of mind shielding. These are random draws from the card deck.
So,
Sounds useful.
ring of mind shielding.
Of mind shielding.
It,
While you're wearing this ring, you're
Um,
immune to magic that allows other creatures to read your thoughts, determine whether you're lying, know your alignment, or know your creature type.
I'll take that.
Creatures can telepathically communicate with you only if you allow it.
I will
Hmm.
gladly take that. Like being the caster.
Oh, Godwall's
keeping it-
also a caster.
I'm
I want to
also
keep
a
it for this.
caster.
I want to keep it for the second thing it does.
You can use an action to cause the ring to become invisible until you use another action to make it visible, until you remove the ring, or until you die.
The ring. Oh, it's not the one ring. Dang it. Okay, you can have it.
If you die while wearing the ring, your soul enters it. Unless
I'll
it
trade you
already
for it.
houses a soul. You can remain in the ring or depart for the afterlife. As long as your soul is in the ring, you can telepathically communicate with any creature wearing it. A wearer can't prevent this telepathic communication.
I could sacrifice myself and become armor bound.
I tell you what. We'll talk about a trade later.
All right, so that's the ring that was in that.
Okay, I have the amulet in my inventory.
Amulet proof against section location. I'll do the who was in the room to get the staff.
I have
Jerk
the.
took
staff
the
in
staff
there.
so I could later identify.
A glass staff.
Oh no, the glass
Oh no,
staff.
the glass
Mhm.
staff I
got-
took.
I thought Godwald had it.
No,
glass-
because
No.
he said whoever rolled second highest got the glass staff, and that was me.
All right.
Saying the next roll or they're in their room. The glass staff is a staff of protection.
Right, and like I said, when I looked for it, I could not find it.
So just have it do what Ring of Protection does, but as a staff.
It does it with charges. I'll share it. So basically, because it's on his sheet, 'cause it was from Glassstaff's character.
Yeah, it's a completely custom item because I'm looking here on all this.
No, it's a staff of protection. It's not completely custom. It's a very generic item that's in there. It does. While holding the staff, you have a +1 bonus to your armor class. It has 10 charges, which are used to fuel the spells within it. You have to be a spellcaster to use this. With the staff in hand, you can use your action to cast one of the following spells from the staff if the spell is on your class's spell list. Mage Armor, 1 charge, or Shield, 2 charges. No components are required.
Nice.
Yeah, can you add that to my character sheet since I can't seem to find it?
Okay.
Sounds useful.
Sounds super useful.
Was
Okay,
And you have to be a wizard caster in order to use it? Sorcerer?
Okay, I
Okay.
found it. It's under. I did a search for Staff of Protection, and the second result said Staff of Defense and had the word Yarno in the description, so I immediately closed that window, but I think it's under Staff of Defense.
It is under Staff of Defense for some reason.
Okay, that's why I couldn't find it.
Okay, is
I
the
Did you
call it
already
Staff of
add
Protection
it?
on the other
Or
one.
do I need to plan it?
I'm doing it now.
Okay,
that-
thank you.
ornate quarterstaff? It's just light, right? That's all there is
Yeah.
to it. Okay.
It's just a light weapon. It's fine. It's
Alright, so
more
we already-
valuable than the average staff.
All right. So is that everything figured out, poked at, all that good stuff?
I believe so. You guys got there's 2 healing potions that were under the bed, right?
Which Godwall
You got-
took, unless he's
Godwall-
divvying them out.
The
We'll
gold,
talk. I don't want to talk about it now.
gold that was under the bed, plus the gold that was in the bugbear's room. And I think it's a fine time for you guys to have a conversation about what you do with loot. You just adventured your way through a castle. You've risked your lives. You've gained advantage in the situation where you're in. You now have a map to Wave Echo Cavern. Gundren's extremely happy that he can go. He lets you know now that he's very concerned because his brothers, he left them there at the cavern, and he's happy to have the map because he doesn't feel
Who said
like
we gave him the map?
anyone can do it. It's his
I
map,
gave
but
it-
Are you not giving him his
No.
map?
I would straight
Go
up give
ahead.
him the map
Go ahead. Not
Yeah, I would kinda push
do
him.
it, CJ.
Why? No, they
Do
said
it,
because it's
Godwall
part
gave
of
it.
the job.
Do it, CJ. Do it. Go ahead.
Godwall said he gave it to him. I wasn't the one who found it, so it's not my choice at the end of the day.
I would.
I
it
mean,
was,
you
he
can
was very
steal it
insistent.
or whatever you want to do.
Hey, like I said, Godwall was the one that found it. He chose to give it back. So
You are correct. I did assume that
You
you
said
guys
the word-
gave Gundren his map back. I did
You
not
said yoink
hear
right
you
when
say
I
that.
got it. So if you want to roll for sleight of hand right now, we can do this.
do you want to do it that way?
It's
You said
whatever you
yoink.
want to do.
No, like I said, you were the one who found the map. If you choose to give it to Gundren, I'm not going to try and interfere there.
Then yeah,
I'm just saying personally, if I found the map, I wouldn't have given it to the guy who lost it to begin with.
it's like
You're just
I
a
mean-
dick. You're just a dick. Like
I am
like,
totally a dick.
dude is
wait, what did you
dude
say?
gets ambushed by a castle full of goblins, and you're
I've
like,
got,
fuck that guy. Like, why? Like, you just picked him for no reason. It's so confusing to me why you've just decided not to like someone. It's not,
And I'm gonna.
it's so
I had.
confusing.
I was saving
I
a
don't know how
meme.
to react to it. Like,
I
how
was
would
saving a
person
meme
react
for a
if they're just
particular
like, this
moment.
person's
I'm
being a
using that
bitch to me, like-
meme now. This is the moment I'm saying.
What? I don't know. What are you talking about?
All right, so
I'm
if
posting
we're
my one D&D meme in the chat.
if we're around the fire, I'm going to take 20 of the electrum out and 70 of, or in the end 25 of the gold, and I'm just gonna leave the thing open. I'm like, I've got my share. Whatever you guys want, divvy it up.
I was like, I
What
have
does
this
that- what does that
owlbear
mean?
head.
So you just put some
No.
gold and some electrum in a pile on the ground?
No,
in the
I've got the chest sitting there, so I take mine out
Oh,
and I
okay.
put it in a pouch.
Okay.
You
So
took
what
your
does that what does that leave?
your
What does that leave in the
fifth?
chest?
It leaves 120, or no, it leaves 95 gold and 70 electrum.
Are you the sort of adventurers who split
75.
things evenly between each other?
That's what I did. So that's up to you guys. You do whatever you
I mean,
want.
we could divide the rest of it by 4 quick.
4.
Yeah, because Jerk said he already took his share out. So it's 95 gold pieces and how many electrum?
Darren wants his share.
90.
He
Yeah,
came
that's-
out
Hey.
here. He came out here adventuring with you guys. He risked
You're
his life
getting your
as
payment
well.
when we go and help you. How's that sound?
That
What? No, he can have my share. And I'm gonna say thank you to him in Elvish.
Keep
'Cause
in mind,
he-
I was
he-
never
he
hired.
pr- he
I just
pretty
rolled
much
up in his
al-
back.
Yeah, no,
He'd split it with you. He would
He-
say something
he-
back.
he
back
didn't
in
have to
Elvish
come help
say-
us, and he also saved our ass quite a few times in there. So, yeah,
That's fair.
Yeah.
I have an
So-
owlbear head, and that's what I want.
That was me too. I was always like picking up the things.
Yes.
Like I want this dragon skull. Like you're gonna need to get the cart and drag it back. Like we're doing it.
Yeah.
Oh, no. If we ever kill a dragon, that's totally happening. We're going to bring the entire corpse back piece by piece.
Every scale will be used.
Right.
Dragon armor, man.
Okay. I mean, but this is the situation. You know, you had the map in. You had the map. Did you guys give Gundren his map?
yes, I would say yes.
Okay.
And they say it's
So-
my decision, so yes. As soon as he was not visibly drunk, I would give him the map that I found.
Yeah, Jerk. How much did?
Just type it into the chat so that way I could get all the
leave
math
left
figured
for it
out.
to be divided up?
Okay, let me Get back to that page in my notes.
And Godwald, I don't know if you're doing the same or not. You guys got to work that out. But Gundred's excited because his brothers were at the mine. He left them in order to get more supplies and help and to hire adventurers. This is you guys exactly is what his end goal was, is to bring you to Phandalin and to the mine to help them go deeper into the mine. They're sure that they were going to encounter trouble. He knows it's been a bit longer. It's been maybe like a week longer than he expected to be out from where he was. He's excited to get back to you, and he tells you, like, if you can get him back to Phandalin, you know, he can pay you as well if you'll continue to escort him. And he basically also gestures towards the family of people that you're rescuing as well. I mean, like, if you could escort us, like, I'll pay you 50 gold to get us safely back.
I dog, just don't take my owlbear head, and we're good. Yeah, we can do that.
Yep.
But he's now he pretty much wants to get back to Phandalin.
Yeah.
So
Well, as long as we can take my friend Droop with us, no one has a problem with that, right?
I don't have any problems with Droop.
the
I like Droop
townspeople
better than half
are
the people.
townspeople are very adverse to the idea of Droop coming with them. They've just been held kidnapped by
Hobgoblins.
goblins.
Okay,
Goblins,
am I able to like
bears.
persuade them? Like, look, we would have never found you guys if it wasn't for this guy. Like, he's the
Yeah.
one who led us to this castle. He
Hey,
wanted
totally
to
can.
help us save it. He wanted to help you guys.
Us help you.
Yeah. Do I need to
go-
roll for
yeah.
that?
Yeah, roll some persuasion here. Because that's true. You're not
Ooh.
deceiving. Ooh. Taliesin, in a very smooth manner, kind of manages to kind of get Droop sort of out of sight, out of mind, while also calming down the family's Dendrars.
Do I have a +4 to persuasion? Oh, all right. Fuck.
You're as persuasive as I am.
Yeah, that's great.
I didn't. Yeah.
They're okay with it. Oddly.
Sweet.
They're-
Sweet. Hey, I mean, given the circumstances,
Yeah, but you did a great job smoothing that over.
Cool. Stroop's my buddy.
All right. Yeah. So back to Phandalin. Is that
Yeah,
what we're doing here in the woods?
I believe so.
All right.
Yep. Did Bear disappear?
I don't
Or is
know.
he
I don't.
still
I
with
don't know if
us?
he like DC'd or something.
Mhm.
It says he's still in the chat.
I'm sorry, something's coming up,
Oh no,
Okay.
it's okay.
You're good, dude.
but I'm actually gonna have to jump off here in a moment. What did I miss?
Loot talk, that's it.
Arguing
Yeah.
over the loot, and then we were heading back to Phandalin.
I convinced the townspeople to let us take Droop with us.
Pewbear will be silent through that whole thing.
Okay. Because I figured once we get back to Phandalin is when everybody's going to say their final goodbyes to Bear.
Yeah, we got to know where he's going and what he's doing, though.
So
All right. Well, so I hope you guys should be brought back here to Phandalin. Right? You're all on the Phandalin.
Mhm.
map?
mhm.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. After you cleared out Cragmaw Castle, you are able to return to Phandalin without any conflicts. A couple days go by for your overloaded cart to
Can we assume we
you
brought
loot-
enough
you'll-
rations to get us
Yeah.
on the travel, or do we need to mark those off?
We found a
you
room full of
guys
rations.
Yeah, I was gonna say you guys.
We can live off the jerky.
You guys would have. Don't you all have rations in like your adventuring?
Right, exactly. But I'm wondering,
Yeah.
did we take enough from the loot to get us on our travels?
He
or are
said
we going
he said that we
mostly
could
on our
refill
personal-
us. All of us could refill
Yeah.
back to 10.
Okay.
When we
Yeah.
found them, that's what he said.
Right.
And so how
It's
many
just
did we
enough
just get
food
him
on
back?
there. So it's another, what is it, 2 days travel, so
So-
another night camping night. So you'd be 1 ration down
Okay.
from your meal, sharing them around with the supplies that you had found in the castle itself. Everyone's able to be fed, and you arrive back in Phandalin by way of Barthen's provisions. You're able to on off. Let's see, if you're able to come into town, Barthen, glad to see you. If you come into the inn, wherever you head, but eventually you come to the town master's hall to find Sildar. Sildar and Gundren reunite.
I want to
this-
give him his stuff and see if he has anything to offer me before we get too far into anything else with him.
Okay. Well, I say as you guys would approach the town master's hall, and Sildar would see Gundren, they would reunite for the first time, and a bit over what's been like a week plus, maybe not even like a week since they've set off on their adventure out of Neverwinter. They're to kind of see the familiarity of like old friends as they talk, and they're glad to see them. Sildar, turns to all of you and thanking you so much for rescuing Gundren. They go back and forth, and Gundren talks about how incredibly happy he is that you guys came here to save him. Talks about the tales of how brave you were in conquering the castle, and that and how you defeated these monsters with seeming ease. He's just very excited about this, talking you up to Sildar, who's again, he's been here. He has
No.
received for word the men that he sent for have arrived.
Well, that's good.
The men that he sent for, I was going to say they've arrived, but I wanted to use that as an opportunity for something later. I'm sorry. So, well, all right. He sent for a few soldiers. There's 3 soldiers that have come into town to meet him here. And I believe that means they would have had the loot to give you the gold that he promised for the original jobs and a few other things. So he would be able to pay you for
Nice.
clearing out Cragmaw Castle. If you're able to show evidence that you're able to do this, and I believe you have an owl bear head and the goblin's crown.
We also have
Yes.
a dwarf that was held captive there and watched us kill everything.
And
They're
2
kind of
villagers.
witnesses.
Right? Yeah, so through the story and this telling, he provides the 500 gold that he promised.
We split
I
it up.
assume we're
to,
going to
evenly?
split that 5 ways.
Yeah, if that's what you want to do. I don't know, you were never hired really, right?
Yeah.
Hey, fuck off. Fuck off.
Well,
I will
You were
stab
hired
all
for
of
this,
you
though.
and steal your pockets. I swear to God, while you sleep, I will be your worst enemy.
You were hired for this, though. I will let you did accept the job to go clear out Cragmaw Castle and go with everyone. You did not accept the initial job to get
I did not.
Gundren to Phandalin.
I did not, because I was asleep in a sack.
Right.
Right, but
also he has the 50 gold that he promised you for escorting him to Phandalin from
So
the eating cave. So that's 10 gold apiece. You'd be at 100 gold apiece for clearing out Cragmaw Castle. He provides you with all of that. And upon hearing all of the great, the deeds of the party, and Gundren really talking up about how incredible he was, Sildar actually goes to Pubert, and he wants to take him aside and talk to him a bit. Is Pubert with me?
Huber's here.
Pubert's here. Okay. So, he says he's really impressed with your work here, and he thinks that you've really shown that you have the interests of the little folk and the the countryside in and of itself, at heart. He wants to offer you uh um it's not a medal. It's offer you like uh it's basically a medal. It's a medal, another insignia to indicate that you are a higher rank within the Lord's Alliance, and also that if you'd like, he's written to the lords in Waterdeep, and he's told them about your exploits and that how valuable he thinks that you could be to the Lord's Alliance, and he'd like to go with you to Waterdeep to introduce you to the Knights Cavalry there, so that you could train with them
Oh dang!
and have this opportunity to go and further your career as a knight of the land.
So Pew Bear is gonna have a hard time concealing his excitement over the offer, but will manage to kind of agree. That sounds nice. Yes, I'd like to do that.
Well, then, he shares that with you, and I'm sorry, I had this up here earlier, and then I closed it, and I really wanted to describe this stupid little thing to you. It's just a little insignia that has the Lord's Alliance on it. I can't find it. I'm hating myself right now. But to signify it, and your renown will increase with the Lord's Alliance and other people who are just deal with that faction as well. And then this might give Pubert an opportunity to increase in skills and abilities while the party also continues adventuring and increasing in their skills and abilities.
Nice.
Awesome.
Well, hell yeah, guys.
You ranked up from trainee, buddy.
So is he
All
gonna
right.
tell any of us this, or is...
Is he just going to leave?
I would say something.
Tell your mother.
Right?
Yeah, especially Ma.
Especially Ma.
Well, if he tells the party, I want to extend my hand as in a hand for a handshake and tell him he needs to come back to us eventually.
I'll shake your hand and say, I'm sure our paths will cross.
I tell him he's the only one I like here. He needs to come back.
Oh,
Aw.
As
What a
Jerk,
jerk.
once they ended their interaction, as that interaction is going on, Sparkle is digging through her personal belongings, almost frantically looking for one specific thing. And as she pulls it out, it's this chunk of dark brown hair, and she's going to rip off gather a small group of it and hand it to Purveyor and be like, "This is my most prized possession. If you don't come back with it, I will never forgive you."
Aww. It's gnome family hair.
It's no family hair.
It's so cute. It's
ooh.
it's a sweet sign from gnomes. That's adorable.
I'm gonna be like, I'm honored. I will treasure this.
This lock of hair.
This lock of hair.
I expect that to be added as a custom item in your inventory sheet, mister. Lock of gnome hair.
Lock of Sparkle Bomb's mom's hair.
Oh, hey, do you want to take Quacky Chan with you too? Keep you company.
Who's Becky Chan?
Oh,
I wanna.
guys.
I feel like Becky Chan would
One
be.
of the ducklings.
Guys, you also have 200 gold. Wait, no, you already did the 200 gold for eliminating the red brands. No, he didn't have it yet. He just got the money. He couldn't have been paid for this. Yeah, you guys also got paid for 200 gold for taking care of the red brands in town. You have been adventuring, and the Lord's Alliance is paying up.
So
Alright,
if we
how
divide
much
the
is that each?
200 by 5, that's 40 gold pieces each.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yep. And you guys are working in all the stuff now. And coming in, and you've just been adventuring around the town. You've taken care of the thugs who came in a few months ago. You know, you've ran them out of town. You chased them down to their goblin allies, and you toppled the it's not an empire, but you toppled it. You toppled the goblin horde.
We installed a puppet king.
Not really. He's still with you.
Yeah, he's with us.
He's not really.
He's my little dude.
Is he
He
gonna
was
be like a
totally ready to go
permanent
back to the
member of the
castle.
party?
I hope so.
Right? Once he transforms to Bugbear, he's just like
Are you
a
feeding him?
permanent thing.
Yeah, we're feeding him. We're
Are
taking
you
care of
feeding
him.
him?
Yeah,
Then
I've been giving him like
Somebody's
and
gonna
stuff.
mark off an extra day of rations for this creature.
I'll do it. I'll do
He
it.
needs food.
He's become my friend, so
Jerk, you also mark off extra rations for the baby chicks that you've been leaving on the cart that you've been having to feed from your materials.
All right.
Does anyone else have an animal that I can't quite remember out? There's a dead mouse.
owl?
I'm sorry, Tank. There's an owl, but it's a like fey owl, right? It's like
yeah, it's
so
a
it doesn't-
fey
it
owl.
doesn't need- Okay, and then you have like your horses. Did you buy horses for the cart?
Didn't we?
Yes, we did
Oxen.
because
You bought horses?
no,
or-
it was horses. They were not riding horses, but the other type of horses.
Right.
We bought 2 of them.
So you guys could do a group fund for stuff like feeding the horses, putting them in the stables, stuff like that, if you'd like.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I don't know. There's 5 of you between all of that stuff in your rooms. Why don't you all just mark off an extra gold so you all have a place that you've put the horses in. You've split the costs for feeding them, bedding them up for however many days you stay here.
Done.
Maybe a
Done.
meal or you could stay at the old Piter Bottom home. I'm sure. Maybe at least the Piter Bottom boys can
Sleep over.
sleep over at the house with mom.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're there. Darren returns home. He thanks you. He really does think that it was an incredible thing you guys did. He reminds you, about the disturbance of Old Owl Well. He definitely feels like that adventure was more adventuring than he needs to go on and has needed to go on in a while. So he's looking forward to what you guys report back from the Old Owl Well. Reminds you about that, a 2-day march northeast from Phandalin. And there was a report of prospectors being chased away in the area by the undead. Actually, you know what?
I
Shit.
figured starting next
what a
season
perfect time
we
for
would
our
run
paladin
our
to leave.
errands and
Okay.
everything.
Yeah, right. So you guys actually didn't know about this, but because I forgot, because when you found him in the bar, all the other things happened. He didn't tell you about this, so Darren now would be telling you about some trouble that he's heard about at Old Owl Well. This is your elf friend who came out and adventuring with you. He said that there have been reports of several prospectors who have been chased from the area of Old Owl Well. And the reports that they've been chased by the undead.
Wait a minute. When we first met him, he mentioned something about hiring us to go to Old Owl Inn.
No,
Or Old Owl Well.
You're thinking of Agatha the Banshee in a different area. And that's the goddess priestess of luck of Timora.
Let's see here.
Who lives at the Piter Bottom home at the Luck Shrine.
It says right here, ended up being approached by an elf inside the manor who wants us to explore ruins at Old Owl.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so then he's reminding you about that then.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I thought you met him in the bar, and I was gonna have that was his chance.
I'm pretty sure
for
we
him
did
to
meet him
tell
at
you
the bar.
about him.
No, yeah,
But I think
Taliesin
enough,
and I met him at the pub.
I think enough happened though that like never came up. There was like dancing and song and stuff, so that's why I was like, okay, maybe that didn't happen.
Racism, that type of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe some of that happened with the goblin. But okay, so it's just a reminder then about reports of the undead chasing some prospectors away from the area of Old Owl Well.
Cool.
He
Hell
actually
yeah.
talked at some point during the travel back. He would have talked about being when he was an adventurer. He was a member of the Order of the Gauntlet, and that was why part of his what he felt like his duties was to help protect the people of the
Alright,
town there.
well,
It's from
does
that. yeah.
Sildar say anything about me bringing back his gear?
Sildar would actually be very happy to have his equipment returned: his chainmail, his long sword, and his heavy crossbow.
I asked him if I can keep the crossbow or get a replacement because I really like it.
I have a crossbow.
Well, this is a
He-
heavy crossbow.
Oh. I don't think
Well,
we're proficient with heavy. I think we're only proficient with light.
I'm heavy with
Yeah,
a crossbow.
no, you're not. You don't get your bonus on it. Notice it's a +3 and not a +5.
Well,
So
the
you just-
weapons, it says that I've got a proficiency with crossbow.
Crossbow, comma hand is all one weapon word.
Yeah. Crossbow.
Oh.
Unless it says specifically crossbow, comma, heavy, you are not proficient with a heavy crossbow.
Well, whoop-de-fucking do. I still like the crossbow.
It
Okay.
does
That's
deal good
okay.
damage.
It does deal good damage, and it's +3 instead of +5. It's kind of the gamble you're taking.
Mhm.
You're just not min maxing. You're fine. If you if you offer him back his, are you being like, I found all of your stuff, but I want to keep this stuff, or are you just being like, hey, I found your armor and your sword?
No, I'm gonna like hand him all of his stuff, and I'll be like, hey, if you have an extra heavy crossbow lying around, I would really appreciate it. I got to use yours, and
They might sell them
I
here.
liked it.
I was gonna say he'll he's like, he just appreciates the fact that you've brought his equipment back. His armor and his sword. Says with with the deeds that you've done and everything else, and through the like exchange of money, maybe he'll just like, I'll tell you what, for 10 gold you could keep it. I think that's significantly less than it costs.
Yeah,
It's
we'll do it.
significantly less than it costs.
We'll
Yeah.
do it.
And he's very thankful to have his equipment returned to him. He's gonna get this cleaned up somewhere in town and
Now, this is a special
be
heavy
back
crossbow
in
because
his uniform and not in some street clothes that he's been in all this time.
what should I call this? Because it does have the insignias on it and stuff.
I mean, call it, if you want to just change the name and call it Sildar's heavy crossbow, you can just change the name.
That's the only difference with it. Is it Sildar's?
Yeah, it's a heavy crossbow. It was owned by Sildar, whatever his last name is. Does he have a last name? Come on, probably.
What was our
Oh.
experience
Hall
boost
Winter.
before our
It's
last
Hall
long
Winter.
rest?
Yes. Do we count as getting those over the trip here?
Yeah, you guys did long rests.
If you need
On
to
your-
take a
on
few
your
days to
multi-day
Excel
travel.
spreadsheet that.
Yeah, no, I don't need to, because that's
Alright.
not anything on that. But I can go ahead and I can give out all that XP,
Nice.
and I can do that on your guys' sheets. I did do a calculation before. I hit everything and undid it, and I do not believe we come close enough to level 4. But killing the bugbear
Owlbear.
and the Grick, or the owlbear and the Grick, definitely may have helped. Rescuing the Dendrars also helped.
And everybody lived.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it's enough. It's 1 through 5. No, that's K through K. Yeah, it's 1098 on a character. Jerk, I'm gonna go add it to yours real fast. I just don't think it
Nope.
enough.
Because no, it's not. Because we're sitting at 900 and we need 2,700.
Yep. So you've all gained 1098. Is anyone adding it to their sheet now?
I could do that quick.
I'm just asking because I need to know who to not do it for.
I
So,
I haven't done
I
it.
haven't done it.
I haven't
Do
either.
it for me.
I haven't done it
did
yet.
it. I'm doing it for everybody then.
Okay. Boop.
I'd like to ask around about the doppelgangers map too, and see if anybody knows like where it leads, or have heard any
Okay.
rumors about the
I
area.
like I said, I
that's
figured
marked
town talkage would be start of next session.
Okay,
It's
well,
already almost 11.
let's do it next session then.
And I have words for your girlfriend.
Who?
Whatever.
What?
She's not
the
my
She's just
woman-
girlfriend.
she's just making drama.
She keeps
No, the
turning
woman
me
at
down.
the woman at the miners exchange was called out by name by the drow. That's
What?
mega suspicious for
Oh
me.
yeah, the doppelganger did say. Did
That
know
and the
about
fact that she's
them.
offering us 1,000 gold pieces. Well,
I
you guys didn't know this part, but she offered Jerk and I 1,000 gold pieces for Gundren's map.
Can we start
Why
saying
offer-
doppelganger?
What?
Doppelganger?
Can I put
Doppelganger.
drow at the start of that?
Yeah, that was the drow.
Doppelganger.
Yeah.
It ended up being a doppelganger though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was able to confirm that it was a doppelganger and not an actual drow.
Correct.
Well, I think it was pretty confirmed when I shoved my sword through its head.
Well, right, but I'm saying I was able, I inspected the body to be able to confirm what exactly that creature was.
I was gonna say, I thought somebody did like a
I did. I have all you
was it
messaged
a
me.
history.
It was
Yeah,
in
I
a-
messaged you on it. Yeah, so you would know from that, from knowing about a doppelganger, that it has the ability to read minds.
Was it read minds or only read minds of the person impersonated? Well, I guess it doesn't really matter because it impersonated
Gee,
me.
Maybe that's why someone had a ring of mind shielding around that thing.
Could
Maybe.
very well be. Well, actually, the Ring of Mind Shielding was a random pull of a card. But we can
No,
fold it
it
into
was
the
planned.
story.
Yeah.
It was planned.
Look what you did. Now you're getting him to lie.
Look at it. Look at it. Ring of mind shielding. It's got a little brain on it.
Nice.
All right, y'all. Is that it for tonight?
I believe so.
Yeah. we can do that.
Rocket, say
I'm gonna
goodbye to the
have
good
a
people.
sweet owl bear hat.
Give your owl bear head. You probably have to like clean it. You need to drain the blood.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, sure, probably like. Wait, let's see. Let's look at a skill set. What would it be to taxidermy? What would that fall under?
I'm pretty sure there's a specific background that would
Survival?
tell you.
There could be a tool set for that.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Hold up.
Follow
What's
tracks, hunt
background?
up game. I'm gonna go with survival.
Because I would assume
mean,
it was a profession of
You
some
wanna,
sort.
what was this 18 for?
I'm away from keyboard, but if you could CJ look
Allison.
up tool proficiency.
I'm looking up.
No, that's all right. We're just gonna use survival on a roll. Taliesin,
Mm-hmm.
I want to see how well you taxidermy this owlbear head.
Oh, come on.
You're +5. You're +5 in your survival.
Damn.
It is-
Perfect.
Oh, whatever you're thinking about doing with it, if you wanted to make a hat out of it, if
I'm making like a sweet headdress with it.
a headdress out of it,
Yeah.
okay. You could spend the day like making this owlbear head into a headdress.
Hell yeah.
You
Totally
did
doing that.
You did a fantastic job at it, and it's gorgeous when you're done. It's really impressive, and people kind of like when you walk into a bar wearing the owl bear headdress, they're just kind of like, "That's a real owl bear head. Damn.
I think with a nat
Like-
20, you should give it an AC too.
Ooh.
I'm
Ah,
like
that'd be
level
sweet.
1.
Somehow gives him magical bonus.
That'd
No,
be sweet.
just
I mean,
he reinforced
magical
it.
crafting.
He reinforced it, so he has it's an armor.
He. It's a very well done owlbear headdress.
Oh,
Very,
no
very well
fair.
done.
I think a
It's-
nat 20
No,
deserves
man,
it.
My ass. There's no armor-based skill. You want to start looking into crafting armor, and you'll be really sad. You'll be like, "What? I got to spend a month just making this thing?" Yes, because that's what you have to do with pieces of metal when you're not using magic and shit.
All right.
Armor +1 AC.
I just think it'd be
Out of a
nice for his.
hat-
I
out
think
of a
it'd be
hat
nice
that
for
he
like his
made.
second nat 20 of the campaign.
And then there's like some mithril chainmail that's also +1 AC, and you're like, "Yep, it's just as good as an owlbear hat."
Yep.
I mean,
Equivalent
I-
exchange. Like,
if I was going to give an owlbear hat a special property, it'd be like resists 1 piercing damage from ranged attacks.
I'm gonna give
Like,
him like
Like,
I'm gonna give him
crossbow
like
bolts deal 1 less damage.
Or
too.
like a +2 to persuasion while wearing it because it proves you're like a strong, awesome, like adventurer.
I think there
I
would
would-
be
I
more
would say-
intimidation than persuasion.
I would say advantage on social checks with other druids.
all right.
That's fair.
That's really
very
good.
fair.
All right.
That's very fair.
Good ruling.
Yeah, because that way, you knew how to make this like appear. You've done it in all that ceremonial way. It's really well done.
You're welcome,
Cool.
Chalison.
Thanks.
All right.
You've become
Well-
an owlbear elder. Congratulations.
Sweet.
Well,
All right.
Bear, we're gonna miss you, buddy. And
Yeah, dude.
We hope that
Yeah.
you are really successful off in night school, and you come back to us, the hero that you always dreamed
Have
you would
been.
be.
Bring back
Yeah,
that.
dude.
Yeah, here's hoping. Yeah, once things settle down, hopefully I'll be able to make it and come back. But I think the hardest part is just waiting for this randomness of everything to abate. I don't know if I
Yeah,
used
man.
that word right.
Yeah, you did.
But-
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Well, hopefully
So-
it does. Hopefully it goes smooth.
We'll miss
If
you,
you
buddy.
guys want, we could talk about what we would do with Bear not being here. I had some ideas. Obviously, we talked about maybe bringing another person in the party.
I would say while the
hold for some
stream is
interest.
still going- While the stream is still going, if there's any viewers that want to fill in for the past few or next few weeks, we might be able to even arrange like rotation on viewers doing a spot guest.
Look at you offering up stuff for me to do.
Hey,
That's great.
hey,
That's really
hey,
nice of
I-
you.
No,
Yeah.
you said we could open it up for discussion. I'm just throwing an idea out there.
And I
My
did,
yeah, my
you
best
phrased it
friend
kinda funny.
said that he would be down to join if we needed somebody.
I also know someone who wanted to join. So this is something we might want to talk about off
Yeah, and
camera.
they can do.
Yeah, we
they
could
can-
talk off stream, but if you guys want to talk about it now, we can talk about it now. We could talk about
Yeah,
off
like-
stream if you'd like.
I'd be okay with any class joining because if I have to, I can respec into a tank really easily.
Well, yeah.
Well, so we'd probably talk about like who it would be. Do you guys want to do this now, or do you want to do it off stream?
Well, let's just end the stream because not everybody needs to see our dirty laundry,
Right.
and then we could discuss it. So, good night,
Okay.
internet.
Good night, internet.
Eh,
Good night, everybody.
And internet,
miss
say
you,
good night to Pew Bear.
I'm saying it. Good night, Bear. We miss you.
We'll miss you. Bring me back my gnome
Gonna miss you, buddy.
hair.
Awesome.
Later.